Laura.
Hi.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Tell me why you're excited, Laura.
We have all the things coming.
We have all the things coming. Do you want to tell this lovely audience what things we have coming? Because I am very, very titillated.
Well, can I tell you the first thing that's happening? We're going to Bali.
We are going to Bali.
We're going to go to like the tropical nature. Beautiful island. I'm so excited.
So excited. And we are going to be shooting 4 episodes there, which will take us all the way through November. While I am in Australia, and unfortunately we'll be separated again, but we'll get to watch each other every week.
Separated, but not.
You in my mind.
We're going to use our toys.
And coming up in the new year, January 4 through 7, we will be at the AVN Expo show. We have a booth for the podcast and for me and my merch, so you can come and hang out and meet Laura and I. So
come
get excited for that. It's January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in beautiful Las Vegas. So we hope to be able to see you guys there. We are going to be having meet and greets, live interviews. We are going to have merch. All the merch that you guys have been waiting and wanting to see and buy, it's going to be available first at the convention. And then we're figuring out some new things for the new year as well. So stay tuned, and we hope that you guys will join us at the convention.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. There will be a ticket in all of the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're listening on an audio platform. Just check the description for where you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Myself.
Hi.
It's a very weird.
It sounds good. You have a nice voice.
Oh, that's a lie. But I appreciate it. Hello and welcome to the Totally Wholesome podcast.
Yeah. This is
episode 420.
Yeah.
Blaze it.
Smoke weed every day.
To talk, people need to hear what I have to say. They don't actually. It's surprising that they do. Welcome back to the Total. Sorry, I can do this correctly. Keep this in. Screw it. We'll do it live. No,
Hello.
I can't. We're gonna bleep all that. Sorry. We're starting over now. Hello. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, one and all. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart. We define wholesome a little differently here, and my guests span everywhere from the adult industry to the vanilla side of humanity. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Word of mouth is what helps this podcast grow. So share with a friend, leave a comment, download an episode, or anything you can to help with the algorithm. I release episodes every Monday, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss an episode. You don't want to miss out on all the crazy conversations that evolve here. But that's enough from me, and let's get to today's guest. Welcome back to the show. This is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart, joined by, once again, Laura Contreras. And today we have photographer, mastermind, Josh.
Mastermind, that's excessive.
Joshua.
That's excessive.
You've never masterminded anything?
No, it's really just I get lucky and I click buttons and then I just kind of hope for the best. And really, I just rely on you. I really rely on you just to bring all the mastermind.
But Josh, we've talked about that before. You click the buttons and I throw the art I throw the paint on the face. You click the buttons and it just works out.
Yeah. It's really
magical.
All it is.
It's pretty
Actually,
magical.
I still have braids left in my hair from the shoot that we did.
Yeah.
So you guys will be excited to hear that we did a Red Sonja reboot shoot. Didn't do as much as I would have liked because the first area that we went to, we got kicked out. So it was really cool. We were like, hey, let's go to the dry lake bed because nobody is ever there. And so, we go through this whole process. How long did the makeup that you did take?
2.5 hours minimum.
See, this is where like the mastermind comes into play, and I just click buttons. You know how long it took me to get ready? Like a shower, get ready, pack up, almost like 15, 20 minutes.
But we love that for you.
I love that for me too. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's more like this. Maybe I'm the mastermind, but I actually can't do anything. So I need to get all you people in my corner to be like, here's this idea I have. You guys do this, and I'll just show up.
Well, you could do it, but don't you have more fun with us?
I do have more fun with
let's tell you.
It's more fun with other people.
Let's talk about that. I know
Okay.
you're very capable of doing things on your own,
I'm not.
But it's not
I'm
the
falling
same.
apart every day. It's a
same.
wonder that I'm actually alive. Do you ever just wonder when you look at like where you are in life? Like I'm turning 31 next month, and I'm just like, how have I made it truly this far? without something completely catastrophic just ending my life. Because when I think about the stuff that you got into when you were a kid or just a teenager or in college, and you look back at that, you're just like, I would never.
All the
How
time.
did I survive?
But back then we would have looked at us now and been like, oh God, they're so boring.
That's it?
What do you mean you don't want to just like get in a car with a random stranger who says that they can like drive you home? Like, that's not a good idea. What's like the most like, what's like some of the, if you can talk about it without, you know, getting arrested or whatever, what's like some that you did when you were a kid that you can like remember that if you look back now and you're just like, wow, like how am I
There's
okay?
definitely been times. So I grew up here in Vegas, and our biggest thing was we would find homes that were, you know, going for sale, and someone would break the lock, and we would go into these houses that are completely empty. We put black trash bags over all the windows, and then we would basically just turn it into a party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
there's been a few times where like the police raided it, and yeah, we've definitely like had to hop walls to like get away from the cops. Yeah,
Wild.
In hindsight, not smart. Don't advocate, but
No,
you know.
don't advocate going into homes that you shouldn't be going in.
Oh, absolutely not.
Let me tell you, I thought on it was Nancy Drew back in the day when I was a kid. I've read all those Hardy Boys books and Nancy Drew. Let me tell you, I went a place I wasn't supposed to go.
Oh my gosh. I have a funny story of something I did when I was a kid.
Tell me.
With 3 other people, and we were like in middle school, I think. So 7th grade, 8th grade, whatever. And we thought it'd be funny to throw apple pies at cars driving past and chuck them at the window or their windshield.
Like whole apple pies. What a
like
waste of
like
a
the
pie.
McDonald's ones, the small ones, little
Okay.
tiny
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
We
yeah.
just chuck them like grenades. And like it was so funny because I think someone actually, I remember a truck drove by. We got him really good. He put his windshield wipers on, smeared the apple pie all over. He got so pissed. He turned around like, and he found us. We're running running as fast as we can.
Can you outrun a semi truck trying to do a U-turn?
We tried. He was really, really
With
angry.
his 20-point turn.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, how many
was-
times is this like turning around? He's like going off the median. He's like, I'm going to getting these.
Yeah, and then
Fuck
he
them kids.
definitely was cussing and really pissed, and I don't blame him. I mean, first of all, who wants apple pie on their windshield? That's pretty screwed up. But then the cop came, found us, lined us up on the little sidewalk, right? Like the 4 of us or 3 of us, and he asked for our ID. You know, we're little, so we have like our school IDs or whatever. And
Like we are children, though.
Yeah, I just remember the cop looking at me and going, "What are you doing hanging out with these losers?" And there's like 3 of my best friends. They were like total nerd guys, and like whatever.
Why were you hanging out with
I was
those
like,
losers, Laura?
they're my besties.
And
they
now
make bad choices, but they were my besties.
And now you found me.
Hey, that's all I need.
It's just an upgrade. I just do messed up things that aren't necessarily illegal.
And we don't throw apple pies at people. That's
Not anymore. That was the old life. We've moved on from that time period.
just one of my favorite stories. So I haven't thought about that in a while.
Well, I was wondering if we were actually going to get issues from that cop at the shoot the other day.
Yeah.
I was wondering at first. I've just not had the greatest experience with police in my personal life. But it was when he ended up being really chill, which I was very appreciative of. So we found out, back to the story, that they were doing a festival at the dry lake bed that we were supposed to be, shooting at. So
It was packed.
we show up and there's not signs for anything. It's just
Absolutely not.
There was a bunch of cops at the front entryway, and we're like, that's weird. We slowed way down, but they didn't stop us. It was like
It looked like they were having a
It
powwow.
looked like they were just meeting up
Morning
for
coffee.
like coffee and donuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As they do, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a cop. And
Out the middle of nowhere.
It really was the middle
It
of
really
nowhere.
was. So it was very strange. But we're like, they didn't stop us. They didn't flag us down. I kind of had the window half down because I figured if there's something, they'll say something.
Right.
So we just continue on. Get down, and all of a sudden there's like everything is roped off the one end, and now we're funneled into this little, tiny little drive, with flags hanging on either side. We're like, what in the fudge is this?
Yeah.
And we get up, and this girl said my makeup was really good. I was like, oh my God, thank you. We're not really here for whatever this is. Can we just take photos? And she's like, yeah, just go over by the production team, and nobody's over there, and it'll be fine. So Now, let me tell you, I did not show up in the chainmail because that is not comfortable to ride around in. Let me tell you, because I had to ride around in it later, and I regretted every minute of it. I actually still have, like, some imprints, like, some outlines.
You have, like, a big-ass, like,
I remember
mark.
we were even driving. I was like, do you want to change? Nah, we're almost there.
Yeah,
I'm like, we're really not.
I was like, I'm squeezing my butt cheeks together.
Yeah, you said my
so
butt cheeks
vagina isn't
actually
touching the
touch.
seat,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
Right.
And I'm not sitting on the chainmail, but I guess it was in certain areas of my keister. So we get in, and Laura's helping strap me into, you know, all this chainmail, and I got this heavy sword, and was getting my little lace-up arm guard things on, and all
Boots
of a sudden,
with the fur.
and as she's lacing me up, I look up and I can see the cop coming across the dry lake bed, smoke billowing out behind him as he came, and I was like, oh no. We're going to get in trouble. And I thought it was going to be, honestly, because I was changing out in the desert in chainmail. I thought that was going to be the issue. I thought maybe they had seen me change somehow, even though I tried to be very discreet about it. But I wasn't in trouble for that, but did make us move. And he told us to go a different way.
Yeah, so we had multitudes of people lying to us, basically.
People were lying. People were lying all over the place, and I am not here
The girl
for
who
it.
initially allowed us over, I was like, sweet, we were not trying to be in the way. We're trying to, not intrude upon, what you guys are doing here. And then she lied and basically had us trespass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
he
what the
said
cop
it
was
only
saying.
50 times.
Yeah, he's like, you're trespassing.
I understand that you're not meaning to be here right now. I understand that you're trying to leave, but understand that you are trespassing right now. And he said it like 50 times.
He did. Like right off
He's like,
the
you're
bat.
not in trouble, but you are trespassing. And everything is fine, but you are trespassing. I'm like, I get that we're trespassing, but if we move this along, we could not be
We
trespassing
could leave.
anymore.
We could technically just be out of here.
Yeah, we would have been gone already. And then he wants us to go all the way back to whence we came, which we're like, okay.
He's like, now this is going to sound weird, and I'm sorry about this, but you're going to be driving into oncoming traffic, and there's nothing that we can do about it. And we were like, whoa, okay. He's like, just go slow. It's fine. You'll be fine. And you'll get right out of here, and you won't be trespassing anymore.
Right.
I like how he asked too, like, so how long do you guys think you're gonna be? And you're like, maybe an hour. And he's like, no, you can't. No,
He's not like, no, by that time you're not going to be able to get out. And I was like, what are they going to do to us? Like, what happens in an hour?
They're going to force us to buy tickets. No, they're going to force us to buy tickets so that we have to go to their festival.
They're gonna make us work the event.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a shirt. Now get out there. Direct traffic.
They make me put on a show.
Yes.
That's what we should
They're
have
like,
done.
our talent's here.
She's with talent.
Yeah, it's just a promo thing.
Yeah.
She was really there to blow fire. You know, like be badass. Hey, I'd pay to see that.
But he comes, so we start driving back the way he tells us. And then a different lady at the entrance was like, you can't be here. And we're like, but the cop said that we gotta be here, and you don't look like a cop. So who do you want us to believe right now?
Right?
And she's like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but you can't come out this way.
Right.
Yeah.
There's people coming in. And we were like, yes, we understand that the cop said that there would be people coming towards us.
So the cop has not lied to us yet. Everything that he did
say. And the cop is the only one somehow who didn't lie.
And at one point, I think we were playing chicken with a cop.
Kind of.
Just,
There was a moment.
Because so she made us pull back around. This is a really long story, and I don't know why I'm telling it, but I hope that it's entertaining. Enjoy. And we come driving back through. And then did you see that guy who drove past us and dead-eyed us the entire time like this?
Yes, in the golf cart? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what is happening? And he wasn't a cop, but he was judgmental as is what he was.
He must have been running the festival or whatever that was.
So we start going out, and then all of a sudden we're driving out the way that the cop told us not to go, and a big line of cops start coming towards us, and we're like, oh no, just keep driving, and it ended up being okay, but I thought they were gonna pull us over for going out the wrong way.
Basically, for me, I now have 3 people on my list of I hope you step on Legos like every time you come down the stairs. Yeah, like I felt lied to from everyone, and we did not trespass. It's a dry lake bed.
And we were told to go.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've had my boobs out there many times, and I've seen cops in the vicinity, and they were never told me I was trespassing before. So
see, they didn't want to give you trespassing because they got the show, and they're like, well, of course.
That was the problem. I should have just pulled out my boob for the cop and been like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm changing.
Just lift the chainmail.
We won't be very long.
Lift it real quick. Like, can we stay now?
Ma'am, are you bribing a police officer right now? I would never. This is all for jokes. I'm kind of something. I'm not a comedian. I can't say that, but it is a joke. So
we're not bribing, but did it work?
Oh my God. I remember once I got pulled over in San Francisco by a cop on my motorcycle. And let me tell you, you can't talk yourself out of the ticket from a cop in San Francisco because you are not their steam.
Oh.
Nope.
Wow.
No, you can't. No, I learned that the hard way.
You were riding a motorcycle in San Fran?
Yeah.
Don't they have like major big hills and shit? Damn.
Yeah, but once you get
You're
out of it, you can take
skilled.
the highway down, and the highway one is really pretty on a motorcycle.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't ride anymore. It's sad though.
That's really cool though. We should go one day.
The difference
I
is,
won't, but I'll watch you.
I think the difference is, right, I
Same.
used to love the motorcycle, and in my mind and my heart, like I still love the motorcycle. I remember how it feels riding it. And I also remember how much I didn't care if I died. And like now I
Took a
value
turn.
my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a
and I'm
difference.
kind of like, oh, like I like to live. And I've seen how people drive in Vegas. I've seen the accidents that occur in Vegas. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm too old for this. I choose life.
Yeah. What were you riding? Like a Harley? Or like,
No.
what did you drive?
No, I've had, my first bike was a Honda Shadow. I've had a TT600 from Triumph.
Are those like super fast?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a
shit.
Triumph Daytona 675R, and I had a Triumph Scrambler.
Nice.
Vroom, vroom. Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
South Park.
It was okay. The ex got those.
Bye.
Good riddance.
We don't need you.
No.
No, we have 4 wheels now. We're much better.
Yeah, like now I'm like, okay.
Moving on up.
So
Yeah, there
here's
you go.
something. I'm like, okay, if I wanted to do a shoot with a motorcycle, right? I could. And
Yeah.
I could do it. I could still ride it, but I do not want that as like the temptation that lives in my garage. Just like,
To just
hey, do you feel like testing the world today? You feeling lucky, punk? Like, and it just sits there taunting me.
yeah, like it talks and taunts you all day. That'd be hilarious. That's so cool.
How did you get into photography?
Oh, so segue. Great.
I like to just like throw random curveballs, like I know what I'm doing. I'm just like, so.
Even like before we like set
Tell
up
me
this
about your
podcast, I was like,
earliest
what are
memory
the
as a
questions we're going to be going over so I can like come up with? And
No,
like we're just gonna talk.
We're just gonna roll
Okay,
with
I was
it.
hearing about this on a podcast the other day too, and you know they're talking about like preparing for episodes, and I was like, "Fuck, should I be preparing?"
I don't know, but
Like-
people do ask that. They'll be like, "So should we talk about certain things?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, "What?"
and I'm like, well, so for me, the podcast was always like, okay, I'm bad at socially interacting with humans, so how can I teach myself to coherently speak sentences to people that a screen is not separating us, if that makes sense. And so I'm kind of just like, well, I just let the conversation evolve. Like anytime that we're riding, we carpool to shoots a lot because it's just easier, let's be honest,
Yeah.
with all the equipment. And, you know, even just conversations we have in the car, or sometimes you and I too, where we're just talking. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I could be recording this because it's just, it's
Yeah.
so, like, it's, I don't know if that's maybe a bad thing. That I'm like, oh, like, I wish that this was, you know,
Documented.
consumable right now. But it's more like, I feel like it's such a valuable experience for me that I'm like, oh my God, I bet other people would enjoy hearing about this. I bet other people would be able to relate to what we're saying. And I know I'm not going to remember this later because let's be honest, we're stoned right now. Not
Yeah.
right now, YouTube. Just maybe a little bit.
We're talking about past experiences. I don't know why when you said there's no screen dividing us, why I pictured us instantly in jail talking through the phone. Like, I was like, man, that's the picture I got. Out of nowhere, I was just thinking, like,
Hey, so Molly, do you want to set up this photo shoot or?
can you get me out? Wink once. Can you get me out of here?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a spoon, and I don't care how long it takes.
We're gonna
I will
Shawshank
dig
out of
us
here.
out of here, damn it. We will be free, Laura. but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, back to
Yeah.
how you got your start in
Yeah,
photography.
yeah. So
This is fine.
I actually started off in like high school. I took my first like photo class as an elective, but it was trash because it was just like, here's a film camera, and I was all excited to like learn composition and lighting and all that. And it was really just like add these chemicals and then it will produce film. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. I didn't learn anything. And then when I went to college, and just like everyone else who went to college had suffered from crazy depression, and I was like, I need something. And so I got like...
Everyone gets depressed in college for one reason or another.
For one reason or another, right? And so I bought my friend's DSLR off of her, and I just started taking pictures of like cars at car meets. And then eventually my friend hit me up and was like, hey, I work for this yoga studio. They just need like basic shots and you have a camera. I was like, okay, cool. And we did a shoot, and I actually like had a lot of fun on it. And so she posted those photos, and her friends were like, hey, I want to do photos too. And then it just kind of like snowballed. And it started off as like my happy hobby, and then eventually about like 3-4 years ago I started like wanting to take it more serious and do more paid work, and you know, it's been fun.
So this is actually curious. So I don't know if you guys know the name of this show, but it's called Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty Podcast, because we're totally not dirty. And this may sound strange, but you are one of my only like religious friends at the moment. And we've had this conversation, which I found very interesting during the last time that we went and shot at LA Fire. Because so I was raised religious, never stuck with me. And, you haven't seemed to me to be one of the people that I experienced growing up that made me kind of detest religion. And very accepting. And something that I found interesting is that I didn't know that about you. And you have also shot for Jada Kai. So, and Jada Kai has been a guest here many times. We love Jada.
We love her.
She's amazing. And you also shot some of the Pornhub line clothing for Jada. So how do you feel kind of about the industry, kind of, I guess, having the beliefs or the faith or however you describe it that you have, but then still working in such close proximity to something that a lot of people in religion would kind of demonize?
Oh, totally. So for me, it's really
well,
about...
that sounded like... Sorry. That just sounded like so probing. I'm just like, so... just ask
No, I love that. My biggest thing is how I represent myself to everyone. So like I'm a Christian, and I believe in God, and my biggest thing is that like I've always perceived my religion as like we're just supposed to love God and love others. Like everything else is secondary. And so as long as I'm like loving on you guys when we interact, and like I'm respecting you and I'm honoring you guys, I don't really care about the content as much. Like as long as like we're all having a good time and we're all having like a safe environment. Yeah. And so if I'm shooting for like Pornhub or with people who are in like sex worker industries and OnlyFans, whatever, I actually have more people wanting to work with me from those industries because like I'm respecting them and I'm providing like a very safe like environment. So for me, it's like I'm not breaking anything that my own moral codes. Like I am not participating in,
You mean you're not a creep?
Yeah. That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Is just like not being a creep.
Oh my God, this whole time I thought that you were a stunt cock. I don't.
Unfortunately not. I have had offers.
Yeah, we did.
And that's weird, and I'm like, no, and like I try to like shy away, and I don't like talk about like, oh, it's a moral thing. It's really just like nothing here deserves to be on camera like that.
Hey, that's how I
feel. You don't want that. Like it'll ruin any of your subscribers.
Although people have started asking.
Oh yes.
They've been emailing. They've been commenting. They've been leaving Q&As on my Instagram asking when the campaign begins.
We're going to start that.
For me to see you naked.
We're going to start the campaign.
We need to talk about this for a moment, if we may. Sidebar.
Oh, we talked about this.
We talked about this on the shoot the other day. And so I think we need to start figuring out what your campaign goal is. What is the value worth to you?
For you to see me naked.
Yes. And so this is your own value. right? So we talked about this. You don't want to show the world. You don't even necessarily want to show me. But I think that you secretly do. You're just holding it over my head to get this bag. And I say, more power to you.
I am trying to secure the bag.
You are trying to secure the bag. That's all we care about, right?
So I want to know, too. Because we went over this because I didn't know about this campaign.
Yeah. And so you were like, wait, so no one else is going to see but Molly? And I'm like, exactly. You'll see a video of her face.
Mm-hmm. Reacting
to me getting naked, which will not be on camera. Mm-hmm. And I think we put I
think we could even set it up really cool, right? Where we can film a cool intro shot of you in a robe.
Teasing.
You can... you can do a little shimmy shake for me.
Shimmy.
But then, right, it'll be a back shot. So people will see my face. They'll see you from behind with the robe in frame. Maybe we shoot it from... like
POV?
By your feet, so they can't see your feet, but maybe from like calves, so all they can see is calves.
I
think we should go from like right behind the shoulder. That way you have a dead center of your face and the
this is what I'm thinking is that we need multiple angles. Do you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And also we can block me out if I am on camera.
Of course, but I think that the way that I frame porn, my dear, this is not porn, but I think I can cut you out entirely from anything actual nude being needed to be censored, if that makes sense. I think that there's a lot of good shots that we can get. So to make this happen and to make this a reality for not only my fans, but most importantly me, to see you naked, because people know that I need it.
We've talked about it. Yeah, we've hung out for almost
extensively
a year now, and like from our first shoot all together,
it's been a year.
It's been about a year.
It's been about a year.
Cow, time flies.
Yeah,
time flies when you're having fun.
I know.
But the whole idea of Molly wanting to see Laura naked has been a thing.
It's been a thing.
So I really need everyone who's like trying to campaign this, like,
listen
get
up.
It together.
Yeah, listen up.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely
make some dreams come true for Molly.
Listen, and Laura wants to start a lash line. Laura has dreams.
I have dreams, everyone.
You can help support Laura's dreams and support me seeing her naked, which is truly perhaps the most important thing, if not the lashes. Let's be honest. We need to make those Julia lashes.
Let's do it.
She
has the best lashes.
So what's the goal?
Like want to hear?
Right.
$10,000.
$10,000. So this will just be open-ended. So
open-ended.
Even if it like finishes when we're 50.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And that could buy me a lot of lashes.
Mm-hmm. That could buy a lot of lashes.
We can make the whole world just as beautiful as Julia.
Just with those the cum umbrellas.
Yeah. Wham artistry lashes coming soon.
What?
Oh, okay. So last week with Lauren Phillips.
I'm gonna need you to back it up.
So we could call one cum umbrella.
Okay, so I cannot remember where I heard this, and I wish I had my phone on me to look it up, but I don't know. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached firmly to my neck. And apparently, like way back in the whenever crazy old times, Woman of the Night created like lashes as cum umbrellas to like protect the eyes, the face.
Is that the original reason for fake eyelashes?
All right.
Is that really like the reason for it?
That's what I have heard. And I think that it's very funny if it's true. And even if it's not true, I kind of want to make it a rumor, because that's the funniest thing. I have never used lashes as much as I have shooting for
Oh my gosh. Cumbrella is an actual word in the Urban Dictionary.
Well, in the Urban Dictionary, but I want to go further back, back in time.
We don't want Urban Dictionary. We want original.
We want medieval dictionary.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a claim that a prostitute invented fake eyelashes to protect her eyes from semen.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say if 1882.
1882.
London prostitute. I can't pronounce that. Is that Gerda? Gerda?
I'm not gonna butcher. I can't even. I don't say English very well, let alone.
Yeah. Parlez-vous français?
On social media, viral claim is forcing false eyelash wearers to confront the beauty accessories' alleged lewd history. Several popular images inaccurately claim a 19th century prostitute invented the cosmetic to prevent her eyes from bodily fluids.
So it's inaccurate. Okay, I'm glad, because every time I'm going to see like fake lashes, and we're like, oh, just like that. Now I know.
Yeah.
actually
My
wanted
girl.
that. I wanted that to be real.
Oh, so it's fake?
Yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news. Boo.
Well,
Well, now I don't have to look at women with fake eyelashes any differently now, because I was really going to just be like, oh, honey, no.
but maybe you always will. And you'll be like, well,
it was
maybe
fake.
they didn't have any record of this prostitute because they didn't keep very good records back in the day.
Yep.
Maybe this is actually a thing that we can hold on to.
Damn. My
just a
dreams are
possibility.
crushed.
No, you don't let your dreams be crushed. You just dream bigger. You just think maybe.
Bigger.
You think possibility.
Bigger.
Like, don't turn it off completely. It may be not true, but it might be.
We can change that.
Maybe they got her name wrong.
Right.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that was only her stage name. So there was no record of that. You know what I mean?
Gerda?
Maybe her name was actually
Welcome
like...
to the stage, Gerda.
Maybe her name was actually like Geraldine.
Get
She's out
off the
there.
stage immediately.
Please evacuate.
That is not going to... No.
Wow.
I missed the mark. I could have been Gerda.
Gerda Stewart?
Oh my god, maybe I can change my name when I'm doing like the granny stuff, like way down the road. When I'm baking the cookies, I can just change it to Gerda's Kitchen. Like,
I don't know. I still kind of think Molly Stewart would be good.
Molly. Oh god, I remember when I was attractive. Now my
Golly.
implants hang to my knees.
Golly, Miss Molly.
You guys want some of my cookies?
That's what I do.
They're
I'm gonna
ginger
start
snaps.
doing like old lady naked baking someday. Because
Hell
it's like,
yeah.
why not? After a certain point, it's like the world has seen you at your best. Why not show them at your worst? Like,
Would
people
paste-
still want to see it.
Would pasties still stay if they're low?
I think so.
I
but
assume so.
The thing is, right? If they hang low enough, you don't need pasties because the nips will be at the bottom. Nobody will see
They'll
them.
dig in.
There's an image I was not ready to have today.
I've said
Wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think that will probably... I think as long as I stay on the correct path for me of not having children, I should be fine. I'm not going to be nice.
Tell me
but I'm
when you're
not gonna be, like,
36.
the worst.
Tell me that when you're 36.
I will. I'll probably be
Gravity
dead by then.
fucking sucks.
Is it harder to move around? Do you feel
Yeah.
like it's just the weight of the world on your shoulders?
Just cricky, like my bones are cracking, and you know.
I went down stretching last night, and my knee popped in such a way that I was like, it felt so good, but also like I might die from it at the same time. And it was a very weird sensation, and I realized that aging is real.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm still kicking.
I still hear you making all these claims about getting old and whatnot. You are the youngest one in this room.
I know. What does that make us?
I know, right?
Ancient.
Physically, but mentally, I'm like 5 times both of your ages.
Debatable. Debatable.
What do you mean?
I
don't think he thinks I'm mature.
Mature.
Have you seen some of our photos, guys? That no, because you post the candids.
Yeah.
Like there is no.
Those are sometimes the best.
Yeah, that people like that one on TikTok. I did the that one. They're
Ours went
we fuck
ours
with
went
this.
viral for me at least because it got like 250,000 views on
Holy.
Instagram, and it's the funniest one. It's you walking on the street and like stumbling in the heels, and then it cuts to like a dope photo, right? That's what blew up. I could work on videos for like 24 hours straight, and it gets like a couple thousand views. I post, but I even showed you. I was like, I think this is funny. Should I post it? And you're like, yeah, do it. And that's the one that blew up. So yeah, definitely
That was so cool. I liked it.
It's
it
just,
was.
keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm just I feel like I'm at the age, right? And I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm old. It's more like the mental clarity. I think we were talking about this in the car the other day where you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about that. I'm just going to be who I am, do my thing. And I think that people appreciate that, like seeing your weird side or your whatever side it is, you know, because it's genuine.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always have to be like, you know, I put it on for content. You know, but stuff for social media, even like I post goofy stuff on my OnlyFans all the time, and they love it. So
From the chin down.
I kind of
Chin up.
like.
yeah,
I kind of like that, like for most people of like just like putting out more realistic, like goofy or candid or any of that, because as someone, even if it wasn't like OnlyFans, even if it was just someone who's a fan of you as a person, it's like, oh, okay, I get to see how Molly is in real life. So there is like even more of a connection.
Molly in real life.
Yeah.
Reality scene coming soon. Show. Why did I say scene? Because I do porn.
Yeah, I'm excited for Bali and like doing all the cool shit out there, and then like talking about it with all of you guys. And, you know, because
it's fun to share the experience, because like, I don't know, like I feel really like lucky to be where I am with the job now. And so it's very cool to be in a place where I feel happy and comfortable enough with myself and all that to actually be able to share it with people who have supported me for some of you for like its entirety, which is like a really long time by now. You know what I mean?
Hell
like
yeah.
we're coming up on 10 years, a decade. So you know what I mean? Like it's just, yeah, it's been a long time, and it's really cool. And it's been very nice to hear from fans who have known me for that long to be like, oh, you're actually happy now. Like, I thought you were happy during this period, but like it's just a totally different, feel.
It was more of like an appearance thing,
yeah,
and
I get to be more genuine now, which feels a lot better, than
Love that.
just faking it all the time.
It's exhausting.
Wait, girls fake it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, honey, no.
I was really
Fake
nervous.
till you make it.
All right, Laura, I want you
Yeah.
to give me your best fake orgasm into the microphone. Not too loud. Like, you can stay where you are, but just...
That's it. That's it.
All right, Josh, go.
Go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oopsie doodles.
That was quicker than I thought.
This is really a compliment for you.
Oh my god, an accidental compliment.
Compliment?
A compliment.
Oh my
Oh.
Ah, passing
Put
out
that-
compliments. God, dang. Like, all right, you're a guy.
I am, last I checked.
When was the last time you checked?
This morning. Because I had to get ready for this. So I took a shower, and, every guy, I don't care, like, who you are, how mature.
You do smell really
but
nice.
Oh, thank you. I did shower today. But, every guy will make sure, because they looked at themselves in the mirror, and they,
Yeah.
that's how you know.
They helicopter?
Helicopter, east to west, whatever you want to call it. But-
Except for some people, they look at it and they're just like, fuck. I didn't want this. I
Why?
didn't ask for this.
I'm a good person.
I won't.
I
want
didn't
a lady
sign up
one.
for that.
No. And I feel bad. Like, I'm so happy with my vagina. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's like your period. It's freaking worse. It's so awful. Those are the times that I wish I had a penis. But every other time, I'm super happy with the vagina. So I feel sad for people. Like, and like it must be really awful, like truly, to have
A penis?
No, like
flap
if,
of
like if
skin?
that's not what you feel, right? Because I've thought about this before. Because I try to like empathize, and it's like I can't understand that really because I enjoy what I got. You know what I mean? But can you imagine, like, going your life always not feeling correct, like in your own mind with what you have, and feeling trapped in that? That really
Sure.
must be like
Torture?
yeah, like a very, it's so hard to relate to, especially if that's not how you feel, because I don't know why I'm talking about this right now. I was thinking about this the other
Well, we
night.
were talking about your vagina, so, and how you
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I do. It's nice. It's nice to have.
Except for that 1 week out of the month.
Yeah, like right now.
I'm coming soon too. I always
You're
sync
never
up with
you're
you.
never far behind.
I'm always just a couple days after.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it.
I tell her, I'm like, Laura, it's happened. You're like, oh no.
I know. Then I just like instantly start getting pain.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Sympathy
Here
cramps.
we go.
We're doing this together, bitch. That's what happens when you hang out as much as we do, though.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying
See, this is why if there's reincarnation, I'm signing up for a dude again, because I don't want to deal with any of that.
It's not fun.
dude.
Having an appendage where
you.
it's basically like having your own like fireman's hose, and you can just like much better.
But
Yeah.
also, it's the thing too where it's like guys don't really realize, right? Like right now, I'm trying to hold it together because I have some crazy hormone brain shit going on right now, and it's so irrational. And there's still that rational part of your brain that's like, you're hormonal. Like all of your estrogen is gone right now. So apparently, what I've heard, right, is that when you're on your cycle, right, and you have your estrogen is just dumped, you're basically feel the most like a guy that you'll feel your entire cycle, because it's more like you're aggressive. You're not. You're
Welcome.
like, you know, and it's all just everything is so fucking frustrating. Like the other day, I posted a TikTok about this, I think, because I fucked up with the coffee machine. So I started yelling at the coffee machine, slammed a cupboard door for no reason whatsoever. I started crying at a commercial that I saw on YouTube. It was the stupidest thing. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting tomorrow. This is very apparent. And it's so, it's so annoying. And then there's also, the times where it's like, I get more pain now than I used to. It's like, just imagine if like your balls just got kicked multiple times, like out of nowhere. Like you'll feel all right, a little bloated, but then all of a sudden it's just like, stab! Like right in your testicle. And
You're
like,
not...
fuck!
This isn't winning for advocating for wanting a vagina.
It's
by
not.
the way.
I'm
Like,
just trying to make more men appreciate the fact.
I definitely...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, no.
I feel like a lot of guys don't understand how it's not really just, oh, we bleed. You know what I mean?
And
It's
we don't die.
We're in pain. We're depressed. We're angry. We're horny half the time. And you can't freaking do anything about that. And your body's
Unless
like,
you want to see,
why
like,
are you pregnant right now? You are an absolute failure.
This egg was wasted.
Yeah.
Wasted. I don't fucking want it.
Take my eggs.
Take it away. Give me a dick for a week. It's better than this.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
It's frustrating. But as a guy growing up, is that like a thing? Like, when are you just like, oh my God, this thing does stuff? Or it was because you were religious, did you not like play with it?
Oh my God, no. What? No, that's not how being religious works.
I've
It's
heard
not like
that shit from so many people where it's
What?
like you do not touch it, like it is bad, like to
oh no
all that kind of stuff.
the
Yeah.
moment it is your first toy that you are born with. So like I remember just being like like it wasn't like a sexual thing, but it's more along the lines of, what is this?
Why is this here?
Yeah, like being a little kid. Like if you know how like there's those door stops and like
Yeah.
it's what as a little boy.
Yeah.
You just, like,
Yeah, of course.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, being a little child, I was already like, this is great.
Yeah, this is cool. It's like a joystick on my body.
And then like once puberty starts, you're like, why do I want to hump pillows? Like what? Like why does I want to hump everything?
I asked that myself.
It's a weird sensation
when I was
where you're
a
like, this-
teenager too, and I was still doing it, but I was like, why do I like this? This is so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, my cell phone vibrated, and that was a weird sensation that I was not, you know, it's really just, like, puberty sucked, like, because you don't really understand. Like, I had the sex talk with my parents, like, very young, so I understood what it was meant to do, but, like...
Wow, that's good. My parents didn't give me the talk.
Yeah, lucky
It was
you.
beneficial,
Dang.
yeah. I mean, it's not like I got any action
Kudos
ever,
to
so...
them.
My mom was the kind of religious that was like, we don't talk about that. Here's an extra large tampon for your first period.
Yeah,
Oh.
the super. Oh, hell no. Not the XL. Not the.
The fuck? Anyway,
Yes.
where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, Laura,
Yeah.
when you were...
Yeah, about your penis. So, how did you...
Tell me about your penis.
His name's Tommy. No, I mean the fist.
Did you... Oh, he hasn't heard
You don't know
the
about
fist.
my alter
So-
ego?
So we've heard that, and I've read that the dude's nose size is a bigger indicator of penis length
Yeah.
than your foot size.
So if I was a dude, because I have a pretty good nose.
It's a decent nose.
I think I'd be hung.
good-
I'd be really hung.
Yeah, so she would be the fist.
So then I said,
merch,
this size.
merch on the way. So
My bigger concern is, why is your penis like this and not like this?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like
Maybe
this is a
'cause-
proper head, but
No,
this is
because
scary.
you have to
Listen,
fist
have you
this
never
way.
fisted someone before?
No.
You can't. All right. So
I'm
like-
religious. I've never had sex.
Okay.
Ever.
Cool. Let me
Like a
educate you.
virgin.
So first of all, like,
You have to
So
go
let
in.
me tell you.
yes.
Let me introduce you to fisting now. This is coming from
Fisting
someone.
101.
All right. Think about this. Now think about what a vagina looks like. Think.
Or a
Close
booty.
your eyes. Put your hand on your pants. Just kidding. So, this going in to a slit. Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Don't want. So make your hand more, because you can start with one finger.
Yeah.
And then you can,
Two.
I'm going to get 2. Then you can do 3. And then you do 4. And you can curve. And then you have to hook back so that you can fist on the inside. But then you can't just pull it out. Once you're
You
in
have to
there,
fist
you're stuck in there.
forever.
So you're gonna have to also then
This
curl
is the
and come out
least
other way.
romanticized version of like what just like you're going to go in like this.
Is it ever romantic?
And then you go like this and then
Yeah,
you
I
just
guess.
kapow.
It can be
It could
romantic,
be
I'm
with
sure.
candles and
A
rose
lot
petals.
of oil. A lot of oil.
A lot of oil.
I don't know if it's romantic for me to lose my hand in somebody.
You kind of need that to click buttons.
And also, listen, I have
There's a different button you can click inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And what I'm saying is, if you do it right, you're not gonna lose it. That's what I'm telling people. Is once you're inside, you have to be aware that eventually you have to get out again.
Do
So
you
have to be
enjoy
careful.
fisting? Have you ever
I
had it
fist my
done?
butthole every day.
Really?
No.
That's impressive.
No. I've never actually fisted anyone, but I've been
Has
told
anyone
how to do it.
fist
I've
you?
watched it. I've watched videos on how, just on the, just in case anyone ever needs me to fist them.
Yeah.
But God, these hands, I don't know if
Instructional
we wanna go down
videos.
that
I
road.
saw
Yeah.
my first fisting. I don't know if I can talk about who it was.
Oh, just don't say
But
names.
I actually
Tell me about
witnessed my
fisting.
first anal fisting, and the fist was actually, it had acrylics.
Oh no.
They were this long,
Oh no.
and the other partner or talent was like, "Do it," and she was like, "With these nails," and she was like, "Yeah," and I was
She
like,
has an
"Whoa."
itch that just can't be scratched
So
with
they-
toilet paper.
I guess there's an art, is what I'm trying to say, and I was really impressed. Yeah, it wasn't
No blood?
weird. No blood.
Oh, wow.
Very impressive. Yeah.
clinical.
Yeah.
Like a surgeon.
Totally.
Precision.
Right? It was
Yeah.
like, it made Freddy Krueger look like nothing. I was like, damn. Or Edward Scissorhands.
Scissorhands, can you imagine? Don't worry.
That'd be a fun cosplay.
Oh, that would actually be really fun.
Have you ever done Edward Scissorhands?
No, I haven't.
That'd be kind of cool.
That might be fun. I'd have to actually, get scissor hands, because look at these stubs. Like, it's
Yeah.
not even going to be anywhere near beautiful. But back to what I was asking. So,
fisting, yes.
No, not about fisting. About puberty. So, did you ever, so guys are always like, oh, what's this tingle? Like, they always talk about, the tingle, right? Or, you just get boners, I don't know. Did you ever get that with your pussy?
Tingling?
Yeah, like any sort of...
Afterwards? After?
No.
Oh.
Like puberty. Do you know what I'm saying? Like any random...
Oh, like a exciting moment?
Yeah, like a feeling that you were like, well, that's weird. Do you
Probably
know
in
what I
the
mean?
car, yeah.
In
Like
the car.
the motion of the ocean. It's like, woo, that felt good.
You go over
Let's go over those bumps again.
They go over that speed bump just a little too fast, or they hit a pothole and you're just like, oh my.
Probably that. Or on a boat. On a boat. I'm on a boat.
It's the
I'm
motion.
on a
Oh,
boat.
actually.
Emotions.
You
never
just
mind.
went back to a memory.
just
That
unlocked-
did
We
you
just
all see that
unlocked-
face?
we
Yeah,
just
did you see that
unlocked
face of like,
something.
oh, a boat?
Something
and
that
just,
was deep down
Yeah.
and she forgot.
I just unlocked a memory. Oh, okay. So,
wow.
on lake boats and stuff, they have the tubes that you can ride and pull behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would lay down on the tube.
I was spit there. Sorry.
I'm
And
seeing
there's
how
the
this
handles, but that's how you hold on. And that's how they tell you to hold on. But you're just kind of rubbing against that back part of the tube, as you're going over the bumps.
That was a fun memory.
Yeah. I just remember that. I was like, oh, I fucking love tubing, man. This is a tip.
Can we go every day?
Yeah, I want to go all the time. Let's fuck the summer up. All right. But I also had, like, I would climb. Oh, yeah, should I be talking about this?
Yeah.
Probably not. Okay.
Duh.
So, you know, like swing sets, how they have like the 3 poles that go up to like a T. You can climb those.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would get off.
Mm-hmm.
You're sliding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not joking. I remember
pole dancer in the making. Watch this.
Because I always wanted to climb everything.
Look what I can do.
It's working. What? She's 7. She's
Right? This seems right.
No. But I would climb everything, like trees. I love climbing trees for some fucking reason. And so I wanted to climb everything. Thought it was a monkey. And so I'd climb up like the pole, and then you like slide all the way down. You'd be like, oh. Or you could like stop yourself part of the way down and really climb back up. You know what I mean?
Let's do that again.
I remember though going to my friends like, have you ever climbed the swing sets? Like, it is the best.
Yo, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I really enjoy this. Try it out.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe there's a reason I was pulled out to be homeschooled.
She keeps climbing on the swing sets all the time.
She's trying to get all the other girls to do it too.
They're all lined
She's
up.
distracting our
They're all lined
students.
up. You're like getting them like to pay
no one-
$5. Like
no one is
each
swinging.
person.
No one is swinging.
Nobody's on the swings. They're on the pole, though.
They're just scooting around all the bars. For like reasons, this is a joke. Okay.
Damn. Did you ever like when you were a kid? Did you like hang out on the swings? I did. Like I would swing.
Yeah,
on
just,
like recess.
smoke my cig.
We would have like we'd have like this contest to see like who could like get the highest.
Yeah.
And then
jump off.
And
Jump
I'd
off.
swear one day we would be able to go all the way around.
No, that was
you
always a
keep
thing.
shooting for that.
Yeah, we would be like, all right, this is
This
the
is
day.
the day.
Yeah.
And you would never do it. And then
No.
sometimes you'd watch someone just fall from the top and you're
Oh,
like,
fuck.
but I'm going to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
That guy's stupid. He didn't even know what he was doing. He clearly didn't have enough like stride in his swing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
no.
me, I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Plus, that's Johnny, and we don't like him.
Yeah. So, screw Johnny. He cries a lot.
Johnny's
Yeah.
a little bitch.
Yeah. And that's why he didn't make it over.
Little bitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying, Johnny?
And that's why he doesn't have his cootie shot. So.
Oh my god, this shit. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, okay, you know, like when you were saying, like, oh, like this went viral or something. But things that actually go viral now, like memes and things like that, and just everybody somehow knows of like the Doge meme or like any sort of random, you know, meme. Especially like, the big guy sitting on the bed with his schlong out.
Oh yeah.
Love that, Barry Wood. R.I.P. You will be missed. You are missed. And but back in the day, before the internets, things still went viral. People like there were still like certain phrases that, you know, everybody knew, certain insults that everybody knew and used. Maybe different variants between like where you were, but do you remember like specific stuff like that?
I'm
certain
trying to think.
like sayings that became popular.
Like
or...
for instance, like the Jingle
Everyone-
Bells, Batman Smells.
Yes.
Or Robin laid an egg.
an egg.
Yeah, something lost his wheels and Joker got away.
Yep.
You know, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And it would be like
How did
maybe
we
slightly
get
different.
those?
But that's what I'm saying.
Who made these up?
I mean, even the commercial, like the Super Bowl commercials became like
Mm-hmm.
memes. Like everyone knew
Yeah.
that, like, what's up? Everybody knew that.
I feel like a lot of things.
But you
came
weren't
from
seeing it
TV.
on video everywhere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it just became common phrase. So that stuff has always been there. It's just like way more prevalent with social media.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny that it's just, there's always going to be those random things that somehow is so good.
That's
or
really
so
cool.
bad
I
that it
never
gets
thought
to
about
everyone.
that.
Yeah.
Because now, with the interwebs, it's
Yeah.
like it's everywhere in your face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But before, things used to come out like that, and we didn't know who invented it and how, where, how,
It's
why.
wild. The internet is a crazy place. Do you ever get people that are like weirded out by the fact that you do work with adult performers.
Like, all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like what is that conversation like? Walk me through that, because I've been pretty lucky that most of the people that I've actually met in person, not people on the internet, have no issue. They're like, oh, they're interested, or they want to like talk about it, or they don't care. They're just like, you're just who you are. Like, I don't care what you do, like that kind of thing, you know.
So obviously, since I go to church, like, I'll meet people and they're like, oh, what's your Instagram? I'm like, oh,
no, honey, no.
And yeah, I'm like, if you really want, but understand this is, work stuff, right? And some people will like follow and like, oh, and then like I have family members who are like super conservative, and it's usually along the lines of like, do they know what they're doing? I'm like, clearly.
No, they're being forced.
No, I have no idea what I even do.
And there's a whole lot of conversations of just kind of being like, listen, if it's consensual, if it's something that they want to do, if it's something that like
they're paying me to shoot.
Yeah, like I was like, if they're having consensual, whatever it is, whether it's like sex work or not, if it's, leave them alone.
Yeah, like,
and that's usually how I go about those.
You?
Yeah, I was like, that's usually how I go about like all of the conversations. Whenever like there's conversations, even when we work together, and people will be like, oh my god, how do you work with her?
You're like,
without
it's
getting
almost impossible. I almost pee myself every time.
Every time, though,
I cry from laughing so
there's
much.
always going to be that one person.
She's mean.
Right. There's always going to be that one person who will like hit me up like, how do you do that without getting like hard or like not getting into it? I'm like,
I
don't know if you've seen the faces that I make on set, but ain't nobody getting hard on that set. Let me tell you. You get maybe 3 in a row that are like, and then you get...
Speak for yourself, dude.
You're like, I'm hard all the time.
I'm always hard.
Show me your nipples. You're like, no, 10 grand.
Tune in, Tokyo.
Guys, get the 10 grand going. If this is already like the beginnings of it, imagine
Get
the possibilities.
On it. We're gonna do this. Probably launch it while we're in Bali.
Yeah, we should.
The official.
No. Launch it beforehand. That way, if you make it, you can do the video in Bali.
Oh my gosh! Fighting waterfalls.
Have some dope. Yeah, have a
That
dope
would be
background, and then
amazing.
it's just like you can be in awe
Do
of
you guys
many
like
things.
this idea? Leave it in a comment.
Should
we do this before we leave for Bali?
And
Which
honestly,
is 15 days away.
I've seen our numbers go up.
Yeah. Thank you.
But you know what hasn't gone up? Call-ins. Emails.
We want your submissions.
Listen, why don't you want to participate?
Submit.
Do you not like this show? Do you not want to see us thrive?
Too good for us?
Oh my god, they are too good for us, aren't they? Oh, just looking down on us from your ivory headphones or whatever you're listening on right now.
Headphones. I love it. Sipping coffee out of your
Molly Starfish mug.
pimp cup.
Coming to AVN just like we are.
Yes.
Oh, should we talk about that?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
AVN, it's the January 4th through the 7th, right?
If you are free, what might be cool is to have a BTS photographer to be able to capture some BTS moments of the whole event.
Okay.
If you're
Let's
down.
do it.
It's a Wednesday through Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
So get excited because I've got us a booth. It is all booked. We are in the planning stages of all of this. We got a DJ, fam. Like, it's gonna be popping. We're gonna be doing some live interviews in little short segments every day. There's gonna be VIP meet and greet. There's gonna be a huge giveaway, which I'm very excited about, which we can't tell you the details of, but you have to be there in person to, participate in all of this. It's not like an OnlyFans thing. It's none of that. You gotta go. So
buy tickets, come to the booth.
We have links in all the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on whatever platform. Just check the description. You'll find your links and you guys can get tickets because we're very excited. Laura has never been to AVN. Are you excited?
Stoked.
How in your mind do you see it going? Like what?
Titties everywhere. But they're not going to be out because I know there's like a lot of dress code involved. Like you can't even wear pasties, I heard.
Yeah.
So I just pictured titties.
Yeah. I think
titties everywhere.
There's just not. I wish that there was more. It seems silly to not be able to just do pasties when I've seen people walking around the strip.
Well, one year I did your makeup for AVN and you did have stickers and a sheer shirt. now you can't do that?
Yeah, I think that was in the description. I'll see how it goes when we actually get there and what people are getting away with, but that's what it said in the description.
Yeah.
There's no shears, no pasties. So
They're just changing it up.
Yeah. So you're gonna
They're making it family friendly is what it is. All right, understood.
Yeah,
bring the kids!
Bring the kids!
Bring your kids!
It's totally wholesome.
It is. Totally wholesome.
I don't know. It's so funny because I haven't been to an event like that since... When was it? It was 2020 was 2020. The last one, because then everything shut down shortly after that. So that's been like...
I remember dropping you off, going like, bye, have fun. But really, I was like, I wish I was going too.
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
You should have.
You had like your little army of people out there waiting for you. Molly, Molly.
I don't think they were chanting, but they did carry my bag. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
That was great.
So if I go over there and like do like PTS, like most likely though, I'm going to be looked at as like, oh, that's her security guard, because that's every time I go out with people.
That's totally good.
You have that presence. You have that presence.
Because
yeah, I always get thrown into that.
I got muscles, right? I got muscles, but like, I'm so distracted, so I need people to like save me from myself.
And I have no muscles, so it's like, you know.
Although honestly, like at the end of the day, I mean, there will be security there just for obvious reasons, but I've always been able to take care of myself at AVN, let me tell you. I threw a man's phone one year and I don't regret it. And I think back to it all the time because it made me feel very powerful. And don't get me wrong, he was given many opportunities to not get his phone thrown. He was warned that if he did not stop, it would be thrown.
That was the last straw.
That was the last straw. Yeah. I'm actually really excited because I remember... Like, I was starting to get, like, especially during the pandemic, like, thinking about doing a convention again. I was so anxious about it. But, like, now, and also thinking back to how much fun I've had at other conventions, I'm so excited.
Nice.
I just go, like, balls to the wall. It's just...
Yeah, we're going to have to get plenty of rest beforehand, like, detox, rest.
We're going to go to
exercise every day, go to the spa. Get our mani-pedis, you know?
Actually,
massage.
I'm going to buy a shirt that says security on it.
Security.
Yeah. That'll be my prep.
Security.
Security.
Shower. You'll take a shower.
You'll take a shower.
That'll be on the list.
Okay, I want to take this moment as a public service announcement. David, public service announcement. If you are going to attend AVN while we are on this subject, please, I'm speaking to all of you. I speak it to myself because I do shower every day of the convention. I shower the day before. I shower every day. Please, if you're going to attend, just shower.
Just do it.
There have been times, and I'm just like, bro, please, just do it. There's a lot of people. It's a convention hall. It gets hot. People get sweaty. It's okay to get sweaty. But if you shower preemptively and use deodorant or some sort of cologne, not too much, we're not trying to choke to death.
Tony Coloni.
No Tony Coloni. Please shower. It will help everyone. And I say this all the time, and it's not like, oh, it's the people that go to AVN. Don't come at me with that. It's everybody. I've been around people at other conventions, and let me tell you, it's something about conventions. People just think, oh, nobody showers, so I don't have to. Do it. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yes.
Please.
It's not cute to walk around ripe like that. You know what I mean?
You're going to take photos with people. You're going to take photos of yourself. Look good. Yeah. It's an event. Put your best foot forward.
Get in it.
You know? Please. All right. So anyway.
Use soap.
Use soap and water. Preferably both together at the same time. Anyway.
That's important.
Oh, and like if you don't have cologne, do not buy Axe body spray. If I smell one more guy, just who does that, like you're in high school again, don't.
Do people still use that?
Yes.
Please listen to me. I don't care how many commercials you've seen of someone bathing in Axe cologne and then finding women suddenly riding their penis. It will never happen. It doesn't work like that. Let's not do that. Let's go subtle. Right.
Even still, like when I'm at the gym, like I'll catch a whiff. I'm like, why does it smell like 2008 again? Like, I thought we got rid of this.
A Hollister right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember walking past those stores in the mall? Like, I can't even remember, number one, the last time I've been to a mall now. But
they pump that shit in the air.
Past an Abercrombie, a Hollister, even Airboss now was just like, whoa,
Yep.
I am awake and maybe I'm high. I don't know.
Well, there's one place I don't mind when the smell is so strong, and that's Jardine, because like they have this bomb scent that like just goes through the whole like place, that when you leave there you actually have it on your clothes because it's so
that's nice.
yeah. And I've asked them, I'm like, hey, I want to get like the oil diffuser, but they're always sold out, and I might have to get the candle because I love that smell.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
right.
it's
Sounds
like their
good.
signature smell. So yeah, check it out.
I've never actually been to that dispensary. We should go sometime.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
We love Jardine.
We'll wear our matching shoes.
Yes.
Our
They're
matching
cute.
shoes.
Yeah, those are really comfy.
They are actually really
love
comfy. I,
them.
was surprised. You don't partake of recreation?
The
Cannabis.
devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every now and then, like, but my problem is that like I get really bad anxiety off of it.
Yeah.
Like,
You said you're like more of like if before nighttime, like to go to bed or just chill, right?
Is
Yeah.
it because you're worried that God will smite you?
no.
It's organic. Don't panic.
That's what I try to tell myself, but
Yeah.
literally, I like.
But then you think about it and you're like, but is organic actually good for me?
Yeah.
Start flipping
For
out.
real.
Yeah, it might be organic, but it doesn't change the fact that in my head I'm like, my tongue is so swollen, I'm going to choke on it and I'm going to die.
Yeah, and you
Like,
said
that's-
sativa messes with you,
Do you know
right?
what you do? Then you just open your mouth and go,
I do.
Let
I
it
did.
out.
I stayed in front of a mirror for like an hour and I was like, it's fine. Why do I feel like I'm going to choke to death? Why is tonight the night that I'm gonna do?
But I want to live.
The sweet escape comes today?
I'm really sad for you about that. Because,
Oh.
like, weed has always been so nice to me. And I know
Weed is
other people
tight.
who don't have great experiences, or like who can only maybe have like a little bit of edible and like they can't even smoke it because the smoking makes them paranoid or whatever. And I'm just like, that has been my chill space.
You had to take a small break from it once, right? Because of that one experience you had with your friend.
Oh, yeah, well, that was
Well-
not weed, though. That was whatever it was laced with.
But were you
But
kind of scarred from weed for a minute, or
I
did you
was.
notice?
No. I was, because at first, like, I hadn't been smoking much at the time.
Yeah.
And so I thought that it was, and it was, she told me that it was an indica. And so I thought for the longest time that I could not have indica because like it was indica that did it to me or something, and not, it wasn't until later that I realized, especially after talking to many people, similar experiences, it was laced. Like weed does not do what happened to me.
God.
So,
Yeah, it was bad.
yeah. So, but yeah, I did take a break from that and went right back to drinking, which was a great solution. Highly recommend. Wink, wink. That was sarcasm. Don't do that. I mean, actually, you can. I can't. I always say that, and I like forget because I feel so good not drinking that I'm just like, nobody drink. How about nobody drink with me? And people are like, but some of us don't have problems. And I'm like, oh, right. Do you, man? Like,
I participate in drinking, but smoking, it's a hit or a miss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially you wouldn't want to do it like around other people.
No, I've done it with other people, but like,
Some people, that's their thing, is they can only do it
Solo,
alone,
yeah.
and they're like, other people freak me out. Or if it's like people that you know very well, like a small circle. But yeah, I know some people, like we go out and we'll hit the vape or whatever, and people are like, how are you like out? I'm like, my
How are you
favorite
still
thing
doing
to do.
things? Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is to have a little hit, have my man drive us to Winco at 11 o'clock at night, and go wander through Winco finding things that I want to eat.
When you're high, right? That sounds so fun.
That's my favorite thing.
I love Winco.
And sometimes I'll just find like random things that I'm like, this is a slap bracelet with a plushy dinosaur on it.
Hell yeah.
I need this in my life. And
Or
then
like
I'll never
that-
use it. But it's like, you know, someone might enjoy it someday. And then I'll have a gift that's perfect for that person.
there you go.
Or that really cool fruit you had that looked like slime, whatever fruit that
was gross.
But it was cool though,
But it
because
was
you
cool
got
to
it at
try.
Winco, and it's
Yeah.
a fruit you wouldn't see normally at the store, like
Oh, okay.
Albertsons or
So I
Smith's.
don't remember what it's called, but it's orange and it's spiky and it looks like some sort of sea creature. And then you cut it open and it really looks
Find
like some
out.
kind of sea creature. It has like green slime in the middle, which is like a jelly, and then a bunch of seeds. But like the seeds are really hard and you can't really chew them, and I feel weird swallowing
like
a
a
bunch of
star fruit?
seeds.
Yeah. It was,
No.
Yeah,
Starfruit
it's
is
this,
good. Starfruit is legit.
This
I like
one,
that.
pear cactus fruit. It was.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Everybody, it was this. You could see.
And I don't know, like, and it wasn't really
It was
that it
very
It looks
aptly
like a
named,
lemon.
spiky
It
fruit.
was like a lemon.
It wasn't even really that it tasted bad. just couldn't get past the seeds, like the weird texture of seeds, but then also feel like the jelly didn't have that much flavor either.
Kiwano.
Kiwano?
Kiwano fruit. That's really cool.
Oh, you know what I love is jicama. Have you ever had? Oh, have you had with the tahini? No. Sprinkle tahini on it and a little lemon juice.
Really?
Yeah, just make into like discs. You know, just thin discs, and you sprinkle all that on. Squirt lemon juice. Oh my god,
better than
so
French
addictive.
fries.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Healthy,
you don't
light,
have to cook
hydrating.
it. You don't cook it. Just oh my god, it's so amazing.
Crunchy.
So good. Discovered that in Mexico, and I was very happy that I did. Thank you, friends.
Oh. Yeah, and you're traveling all over the place. So you just got back from Mexico. Now you guys are going to Bali. I'm not going to Bali, by the way. They've been talking about they've been saying we a lot, and that's I'm not in that we.
Us.
Whenever I say we, you know, like when you get in a relationship and you start saying like, so
this is ours.
We love to go to Target and like we love ordering in, and we just love Netflix and chill, and and that's like me and Laura.
Yeah, and we love weed.
And we love weed. But yeah, a lot of travel, and then I'm in Australia for a month. I know, but then come back. So much more work in December, and then AVN. So that's
full throttle. It'll be full throttle.
Full throttle. We've just gone full throttle. It's been it's been crazy. Like this year, I can't believe that the year is almost over. I don't know if you feel that way, but
I do.
I don't know where it's went. We've been so busy.
Yeah.
You've been busy too. You have that new job. You've been doing
doing marketing and helping influencers and whatnot, and then literally I get off of that, and then I start working on photos, and then I pass out. So yeah, I don't know what the last like 3-4 weeks has been. I don't know what's gone on in the world.
Yeah, I have no concept of time. Like when we were on with Laura, and I was like, yeah, the other day I shot a scene for Browsers. Like, wait, I think that was like a month ago.
Yeah, time's flying.
Like, I don't know, but it's also kind of like it's good for a minute. It's like it'll be nice to have the slowdown in Bali, but even then, it's like we still have a lot to do.
We still got stuff to do,
but
things to do. People to see.
But it's good too, because I feel like when you are kept busy and when you do enjoy what you're doing, then it's kind of good to have that, you know, constant push, because it does feel good to kind of like get lost in that, and you don't have as much time to worry about, you know, just shit that doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was hearing this on a podcast the other day. Dang it, who was it? It might have been Whiskey Ginger, but they were talking about like how the people who spew the most hate on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, how do you have the time?
Right.
It's like that is what you spend your time doing. It's like it's that no time for hate type thing, where it's kind of like you don't have time to sit there and even wallow in the negative comments that people are making. You're too busy. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have time to sit there and be mad about stuff that isn't like affecting your life, because you have like things that you're doing. You have people that you care about and who care about you, and you're, you know, always moving forward. You don't have time to sit there in like the misery that some people are just like drowning in. Mm-hmm. You know
I feel like I hear more and more people saying like that they don't actually read their comments anymore, just because it's so like destructive sometimes when some people are crazy, like or negative.
I don't read most of the comments. I like to reply to some of them on TikTok, because you can do it with videos, so you can make like a funny content out of it. But do you know what I do? Like especially when I have a TikTok like blow up, which isn't like super often, but blowing up for me is like 100,000 views. Let's be honest. I just don't I don't look at after a certain point or reply to anything there, because no matter what, one way or another, it gets toxic. Whether it's someone defending me getting toxic, or whether it's someone just coming in being toxic, it gets to a point where it's just like,
whoa.
You spent all this time, like, think about what you could have been doing with that time to like positively affect your life. You know what I mean?
Like you could be drinking some liquid IV and hydrating yourself.
You could. Did you know, Josh, that one stick of liquid IV dissolved in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more effectively than water alone with the help of CTT technology, transporting 5 essential vitamins into your bloodstream: vitamin C, vitamin B3, B5, B6, and B12. All the bees.
I did not know that, but now I feel like I'm educated. And now I want some.
Have you had a liquid IV before?
I have.
Would you like one?
Sure.
I have. Let me see. Oh, I have a new kombucha flavor.
Ooh, what?
It's green apple. Would you guys like to try one?
I want to try
that.
that.
All right, let's take
Should
a little
we take
liquid
a water
IV
break?
Let's do it.
We'll be back.
We'll be back after these short messages.
But I notice. I know these things, and I'm upset.
Well, you know
Well,
everything.
Do you know what else we know?
What do we know?
We know that people can experience better hydration today by going to liquidiv.com and using code TWND at checkout, or you can click the affiliate link in the description.
How much do you save when you use the code?
Oh, which, Laura?
I forget.
You save 15%
Hold on. Close the door.
and get free shipping on everything that you purchase.
Sign me up.
You can get some nice bundles. That's how I always get it when
Love
they
a
don't
nice
send me
bundle.
stuff, and they've sent me a lot. But you have a bundle pack, so you can kind of like get a discount by putting, by buying more in a package. And it's like really fast on the shipping too, considering that it's free.
That's cheaper than you
I'm
can
down.
buy it in the store, ladies and gents.
It is, yeah. Because I've seen it in the store. That's where I used to buy it. And then I was like, wait, why don't I just use my code and
It
save
makes more
15% and get it delivered to my house that I don't have to leave?
It makes more sense.
Like, even if you leave your house, you don't want to have to leave your house just to get Liquid IV, so you might as well just use the code, buy it online, and not have to go anywhere and be a recluse like the rest of us.
There's probably more flavors online.
There's a bunch more flavors online. I think they have like at least 10 flavors. They have, let me see. I think they got like a pina colada, golden cherry, strawberry, guava, watermelon.
There's a lemon lime.
There's a lemon lime. I've heard
Yuzu
that's pretty good.
pineapple?
Yuzu pineapple is
7.
an energy multiplier one.
This one?
They have grape, I think.
Oh, grape, yeah.
Oh, and we are going to try their kombucha one. I haven't actually tried this
9.
yet. So they have a kombucha with
the
added
passion
probiotics.
fruit is 10.
Oh, passion fruit.
Is 10.
I think there's more too, but you'll have to go online. So go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND.
Cheers.
Cheers to probiotics and hydration.
And poop.
And poop. It helps you poop.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I like
Whoa. I love this.
I really like that.
Me too. I was kind of scared because you said
Do you know what?
kombucha, and
Oh my
I'm
god.
not,
So if you mix this with seltzer water, it would have the same effect of being like a kombucha that you would buy like in the store for $5.
That's a good idea.
I've never done that. They're so good.
I was gonna say,
But this is great, and they have a couple different kombucha flavors too. I just wanted to try the green apple.
Cheers, everyone! Liquid IV.
Cheers, everyone! So use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping and experience better hydration today.
That's really good.
Now back to the show. So tell me about the first time you touched your penis.
I told you, we come out the womb like that. We just come out the womb like. That's exactly what happens.
All right. What I'm actually going to talk about is that we're actually not going to really talk about what we're going to talk about. Laura wants to do the game.
I do. I was asking
Laura misses
her,
the game.
please.
So to round this off, we are going to ask a few hard-hitting questions that are meant to make you think.
Perfect.
And
I don't think very well.
I always
so.
enjoy having like Josh around. We always have like the best conversations.
We really do.
I really want to get to know more of
car
you.
rides.
So
I feel like we've all done like location stuff since we shot the first time. So we have those long car rides, and I'm like,
he drove us from one end of Vegas to the other end of Vegas. Remember? Like it was like that.
I was like,
this is why I opt in to be like the Uber for everything, and like, but we get to go hang out for like the next hour, and you're all stuck with me.
Well, we thank you for that. We thank you.
What did I say? I was like, I'm sorry I talk so much. I just used to not talk at all. But it's always good.
It's all coming
like I said,
out now.
like we always have like better conversations, and like when everyone's like, "What do you guys do?" and I was like, "Well, we shot some content for OnlyFans, but then we talked about religion. We talked about our childhood like trauma.
We shot content for OnlyFans where she didn't take her tits out. It wasn't that exciting. So,
well, you did take your tits out.
You
when
did.
We were at Valley of Fire.
It was like
The bikini,
2 shots.
The bikini.
No, it was when she was in the red dress. It was the very last
see,
shot.
I don't even know.
It was only like 2 shots.
It was 2 shots.
But
and
you did it for
It's like you had
tits
to
out.
flip through all of these to
Yeah.
find
Free
one
the nip.
nipple.
It was funny because we were like, "All right, you think we're good? We're good." Yeah, everyone's
She
like,
was
"Good,
like,
good,
"No,
good,
we're
good." She was
not."
like, "Wait, hang on."
One more.
I was like, oh wait, I do naked stuff. Titty.
And same thing over when we first shot downtown. There's the movie Goonies and where he's doing he's lifted up his shirt. He's doing and she
Shuffle.
and she did the same thing except with your titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have titties and he doesn't have the same kind of titties, but still titties.
I got titties
too. Everybody got titties.
I got titties.
Everybody got titties.
Yeah.
Some titties are fake. Some titties are natural. Some titties big. Some titties small.
Some
Some
titties
titties
very
man,
small.
some titties man, some titties lady, some titties
They?
non-binary.
Yeah, they, them.
Yeah. There's a lot of titties. Everybody got them. Everybody got titties.
Them
unless
titties!
Unless you do cut them
Wow!
off, then I guess you do not have titties. So I have heard of people who have cut off their boobies.
Yeah.
And they don't want their boobies. And that's cool
fine.
too.
It's totally cool.
That's cool. Then
Rock
I
it.
guess some people do not have titties.
Yes.
That's all right.
There are tittyless too.
Anyway, all right. Well, we already did this one. If you pull one that we've drawn already,
Just take it to the back.
We're
So
all
we're just
answering this
pulling-
question, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be the only
It's
one.
not just
just
one
kind of
person.
pull from wherever and you see what comes out.
So we're on 1. Level 1.
We asked this one with K. It's a different one.
You know what you guys should do for another podcast? Have you ever seen the love test? It's like 30-ish questions, and it shows like if you can escalate the feelings of love. It's like something you do with someone you've just started to date.
Whoa, no.
So
I've
you
never
do
done
like
that.
30 questions that are kind of, like they vary from like super simple to like really deep, and then you're supposed to end it
really
with like
deep.
Exactly, and then and then the weirdest sensation is you're supposed to set a timer for 4 minutes, and you just stare at each other's eyes for 4 minutes straight, and at the very end of it, you will know of, do I have loving feelings for this person or not? But the questions are like,
Whoa, that's
some of them are
weird.
really simple. It's like, if you
4
could
minutes?
eat with, if you could have dinner with any person ever, who would it be? And then and there's other questions of like, all right, tell me your life story in 5 minutes. Like,
Whoa.
and it's all over the place, but I've done it. It's actually kind of cool.
We should do that in
Whoa.
We should do that in Bali.
That's intense. I'm down.
Yeah, I'll send
do
you
it.
the questions.
4
and whatnot.
minutes of just staring at
That's
someone
the
in
very
eyes?
end, but you don't obviously have to do that. The questions are intriguing enough. Could you imagine a podcast where they're just staring at each other
4
for 4 minutes?
We should do it.
Look me in the eyes.
No, we should because we
We'll
can.
probably just start
we can-
laughing.
Girl, we can talk through it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
we're
the whole
allowed to
point.
talk?
Oh no, you don't talk. You just stare at each other for 4 minutes uncomfortably.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's okay. That's fine.
She's like, I like this.
Let's do it.
All right,
Oh fuck.
Okay, here.
we're starting off with a banger. Let's go.
Yeah!
Well, I feel.
I like
atta-
that
I
reaction.
feel attacked right now. What assumptions do you think strangers make about me based off my social media?
What assumptions do I think
Yeah.
people make of you?
That
Both of
she's
you.
very talented. Like,
I don't think that's accurate.
I think so. I love watching like all your TikToks and stuff. I'm like, damn, this girl can act. Like, hello.
Lip syncing along to Cartman talking about his butthole
I love
is not acting.
But
I just wanted to let you know.
Also,
But I
it
appreciate
shows
love.
that you could very well.
I could be Cartman talking
Yeah.
about his own.
Like on point though. Like on point. I sometimes believe that the voice is coming from you. And it's not a voiceover.
It is.
I know. I mean,
This
you
is
just
me.
do it with like effortlessly.
Just imagine if I could do a Cartman impression. I'd be a multi-millionaire.
But you do.
All right.
Some of the assumptions that, well, I hear some of the assumptions. They're like, oh, is she in porn?
Like that. Well, I'm saying I guess based on whatever, because I guess people have talked to you about it. So what are some assumptions that people make of me based on my social media?
It's usually just like, oh, she does like the porn, because like I've told you this before. Like when I reached out to like do photos, I didn't know you were in OnlyFans. I was just like looking at your content. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She takes dope ass photos, but I've had other people reach out like, oh, you work with Molly. Like, you know where I know her from? I'm like,
I jerked off to her.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that with you, bro. Like,
yeah, no, I've
Car
had
Brothers?
that multiple times, and I told you that.
You want to Dutch rudder with me right now? We can watch some of her content. Like,
No, that's actually how I found out that you were
Because of
even in
people.
like
someone wanted to
porn.
Dutch rudder with you to one of my videos.
They might want that. I'm gonna opt out. I'm not gonna. No,
I'm good.
you're very pretty, but
Thank you.
sorry, I'm pass.
No, it's all good. I find it weird that people jerk off to me. I mean, it's fine. I'm here for it, but it's just strange. I don't think about it very often, and then sometimes
That's
when I
right.
smoke, I think about it out of nowhere. It's
It's
just
not
like,
just people. It's a lot of people.
like I'll be watching.
Make it like scary.
No, like listen, because I like
A
be
whole
sitting
lot of
there.
people are touching their penis for the
I'll
first
be-
time.
So let me walk you through this experience. Like I'll be sitting there, typing on my phone or my laptop, whatever I have with me,
eating almond windmill cookies off of my stomach, half naked, half not. For some reason, I just don't like pants. I only have pants on for company. And I'm sitting there just zoning out, just enjoying my night, if you know what I mean. Have something on in the background, and then like the thought just enters, and it's like, people are jerking off to you right now. And I'm like, why? You know, like just in their crumbs, like on the side, and I'm just like sitting there sexting with someone or something, and I'm like, nice. Like, it's so weird.
That has to be a weird sensation, because
I don't think about it all the time, even though I'm making the content for it. It's just weird to not think about that until like random moments. Or you just feel like
do you ever think about that, like when you're making content, you're like, people are going to finish coming to this scene.
Yeah,
this is what's going to be. This one's going to be like they're only jerking off for like 2 minutes because they're gonna.
Because usually at the end I'm like, now you come. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Or like it's like a countdown: 10, 9, 8. You know, like
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
I'm sorry.
Made it to 5.
It was so funny because one of my first videos that was ever pirated and posted on Pornhub went viral. And it was a JY countdown, which I had never done before. If you don't know what that is, it's just like encouragement for the guy who's wanking it. You say nice things and be like, look at my boobies, you're so hot. Stroke it like this, that's the way I like it. And then you do a countdown. And someone had ordered it as a custom. And I did a countdown and I missed a number.
Well, now you can't finish.
Half the comments when I finally found this video were like, bro, but she lost me at 14, or like whatever number it was. Like,
or that was the trigger for them that made them come.
This messed me up. I had to start over.
She missed 14, guys. Now I'm just sitting here waiting for the number that will never come like me.
And what was horrible about that too is then the next
you got me fucked up.
I'm never gonna recover emotionally from this. Anytime someone counts down now, I wait for them to miss a number and I get so anxious. And then I have to come.
A lot. I would miss a number.
Maybe.
But the worst thing is that shortly after I found this video, right, that guy comes back and he orders another custom. And he wanted me to count down from 100. So I had it in my head this whole time. I'm like, don't miss a number. Don't miss a number, but like be sexy, but like don't miss a number. Just like counting it down in my head.
Counting and talking to them.
And I can't remember even if I missed a number or not. So many numbers.
That's a lot.
You know, that's 100
when you're
of them.
trying to like also be looking like you're pleasuring yourself, but you're also like, wait, was it 64, 62? Where, let's guess. Let's just roll with it because like that's a long time.
How long was that video?
Like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I believe
Do you think that like they want you to count down from like 100 because like they're about to go have surgery and you know like right before they knock you out they're like count down from 100, but they want Molly's voice to be the countdown and they want to see how long they can last before they just get their surgery and you know they're out.
Oh, maybe that could be a thing. Wow. I don't think so. I don't find my voice to be particularly soothing.
Clearly some people are finding it very soothing.
I don't think they find it soothing. I think that Laura's voice is soothing.
No, have you listened to your intro?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I hate it.
You have a wonderful voice.
No. That's a fake voice. It's funny because when I first started doing them, I even tried to like do the interviews, if you can call these freaking interviews like that, where I'm like, so, tell me about how you got your start in the industry. I want to know more about them.
It's like she's a newscaster, a reporter, you know?
No. Anyway.
In other words.
Your turn. Pull from number 1.
Like, and sometimes they're like, you have to fill in the blanks, right? So if it's
if it's a writing one,
then don't do it.
Yeah. This one we have to go through each other's Instagrams, and I don't have my phone on me, so.
Okay, so another one.
Okay. But that one was scroll through each other's Instagram. What photos would you choose for your friend's dating app profile? I have like no photos of me. So that doesn't help for me.
Okay, next question.
Well,
who do you think was the last person I stalked on social media, and what was I looking for? Well, that's interesting.
Pauly Shore. You were looking.
Looking for pics of that dick.
Yeah, that dick.
You don't know why I
thought
seem
of
like a social media stalker to me.
No,
I don't know why.
I think you have
No.
too much work to do.
Like,
I have to.
imagine-
I do have to stalk people for like work because like I
Okay.
have to go vet and make sure like, you know that.
Oh,
they're-
I know.
Mm.
It was the girl
Oh,
that
yeah.
wanted $120,000 for like 2 30-second clips saying that she liked a product.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
what
yeah,
was
yeah.
it? What was like Uber Eats or something?
DoorDash?
I'm not. I
DoorDash?
cannot
Oh.
disclose anything like that. There's an NDA on that.
It was
Amazon.
Instacart. Amazon.
I do have to like kind of stalk people for work just to make sure like their
Yeah.
content is clean for the
Or that
person.
they don't have like bot followers and
Yeah,
you
that
know, all
too.
that kind of stuff.
You know.
How do you
And-
prevent that? They just come.
Excuse me.
The bot followers.
Oh.
They come.
Do they also subscribe?
I think they do.
They
Some of
better
them.
for all the
What's up, bots?
stolen content. Is
Out of
most
curiosity,
annoying.
I'll rework this. Have you ever gone on social media to stalk like an ex or someone that you were interested in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have. I mean, I feel like that's pretty normal. Like,
And what do you look for? Are you trying to be like,
have when I
is
was
he
in
hanging
high
out with anyone hotter, or is it like what is he?
Mine was like different. I guess it was just like see how things are going. You
Okay.
know, like more like I hope they're in a good place.
I've definitely
fuck
done that with
person,
ex-girlfriends,
and I
yeah.
won't ever look that up. You know,
What?
like if it's someone that like I really never want to think about or talk to ever again,
Mhm.
like someone that was really rotten to me, then I'm never gonna look them up. I hope
Have
they.
you-
I used to do that when I would have like a cam thing going on, especially because like I swear my ex fed off of the drama of the cam world, and especially if it was someone that I thought was like a friend or something, and I'd be like, what are they doing now?
Mm-hmm.
Or who do they hang out with to like influence them to do that to me, or like whatever, and would go, but that is so not healthy, and
Yeah.
I don't, and especially with exes, I do not want to.
That's what I'm
not wanna
saying.
know.
Yeah, if it was like a bad thing,
Best
I
of
want it
best
gone.
of luck.
Want it gone.
Not. I don't care. I don't want to know.
Have you ever like stalked or like investigated someone that you haven't dated, and it's just someone that you're very intrigued by?
Yeah.
To like
Not
look
stalked,
through.
but like checked out.
Yeah, like thoroughly vetted for yourself. Like, all right, what kind of
course.
person? Like, oh, he's one of those Disneyland people,
Uh-huh.
and you know,
No,
because you always
I
hear
haven't,
stories
so-
about people like accidentally liking a photo from like 2012.
Yeah,
like you
it's
hear
like,
those
oh,
stories, so I know
fuck.
it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
No, I got married when I was like 20,
Mhm.
and then I didn't really have friends growing up because I was homeschooled, so I didn't have like a network of people, and social media wasn't as big of a thing back then. And then got into a relationship with someone where I pretty much didn't like associate with other people for like years and years and years and years. So it wasn't like ever a thing for me. So I guess I've just never done that.
Mhm.
And now I'm in another long-term relationship that's not broken. So it's
And you don't have to
nice.
move every
But
time
it-
you
but
make a
it's-
friend.
Yeah, exactly, which is
She gets to
fantastic.
Very
stay
valid.
in
I
the
have a
same
network
way.
of people now, which is super cool. But it's not like I've ever been much of a social media stalker. I've had no one to stalk, I guess.
Are you guys
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
How many people do you think I've slept with?
Oh,
I don't even know if I know this.
Okay.
you don't even.
I don't even think I can
Okay,
count.
all right. So
I'm gonna
we've
say
had.
high school
Yeah.
sweetheart. Maybe twice in
When
high
we
school.
were
I was
on
a
our-
virgin.
You were a virgin.
All throughout high school. Now, when we were at Valley of Fire, you did talk about like
Hoe
there
phase?
you went through a hoe phase
Yeah,
where you was
that's what I'm
just
saying.
going
18
through
years
them,
old,
just
18
all.
years
Of,
What I'm
Oh, I'm everywhere.
So here's what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to like calculate your hoe phase. So
Hoe
you
phase
were,
was hardcore.
I didn't lose it in high school either, so we're kind of on the similar route there. And then like stuff happened and different paths.
I was over it being a virgin.
Yeah,
I
but
was
that's-
like to
but
the
that's-
point where I was like, I need to just get rid of
I'm
this, so I can
This
just
flower?
go ham. Just want
Alright.
to go ham.
Something. I would say 10 to 12 max.
Total
Total.
more.
More?
I would have to say more.
20.
That's probably closer
Probably
to the real
closer?
number. If I were to, I can't think right now in my hands. Like,
there's just too many penises.
You're like,
and if you count balls, that's just
I'm
it's just like a whole other ball game.
Hey. So,
Oh man.
because everyone's like hoe phase can be different, right? Like a hoe phase could just be like you had a couple people in a year. Like that could
like
be
a couple
hoe.
people in a week. Like different ones.
I know some people are like a couple people in a day. Like you know,
I
it depends
didn't
on
do
how
that.
hard
I thought
you
that
work.
was like intense. So I need
That
people
feels
that
like a
did that.
job after a certain point. Like that's a lot.
Or like, did you shower in between to give the second person
hope
courtesy?
so.
Like that would.
Imagine,
I don't want to diddle in that.
Imagine like you don't really know, like you're still in kind of like the we're just fucking phase, and then you come over and you have to like suck someone else's pussy off of their dick.
Oh,
like,
that just sounds disrespectful to everyone involved.
That's disrespectful. Don't do that.
Yeah,
if you're doing that, stop.
That's bad. Okay, so we're gonna go between like
if you've
18
ever
to
done
like 23.
that, call in.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Everything, you guys are on top of this.
If you've ever done that, or if you've ever had some kind of situation like this, call in. Tell us a story about it. Maybe it'll get us excited.
Turtle sex.
Wait, did we cover everything?
Turtle power.
No. So do we answer for everyone on that one?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
So do you?
Wait.
So we have to guess how many people you've like ever.
Oh wait, no, that's just.
It's
for
just
her.
for her.
me, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's just for her.
I was like, because that's what I was asking. I was like, do we have to figure out?
502.
Honey. Anyway,
My number is so small; it's insignificant. So like we can basically go
That's so wholesome.
4.
less.
Wow.
2.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one was more of a situation like you talked about, where I was like, I just want to give this virginity
Yeah,
thing away.
it
I'm
wasn't-
done
it was
with
a-
this.
It wasn't for
situationship.
marriage.
And
It
I was like,
not meant for
I'm
marriage.
way too old to have not experienced this.
That's how I felt.
And-
because everyone
and-
was like, "Oh, I
yeah.
fucked so and so," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, and the other one was like,
Oh.
oh, I love this person for years, and then we finally did that. But like,
I lost it to someone I had just met, like literally, like
day of.
the day of, and I was like, "Let's just do this."
Oh, and that's the
It was
loss
like
of the virginity.
18.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that very well. And being like, "Yay!" It's
Everyone,
done.
I think everyone
It's
remembers their
done."
very first one.
Yeah, I hope you
Wait.
do. I'd hope you do.
Yeah, some people disassociate it from it for years, but
Oh,
then they remember it in therapy.
All right, and
back.
now
Work through
she's
it.
making me add an asterisk. I'm hoping it's a pleasant memory for you to remember. Asterisks. Please let it be something we don't have to like repress and sweep under the rug for years. Please.
I hope the best for you. All right.
We do for all of you children.
All right. Who in your life leaves you feeling drained, and what boundary could you set with them?
Wow, this took a turn. Let's go back to how many people have you slept with?
So we have to actually say the name? Yeah, I guess. Huh.
You could just you don't have to say a real name. You could just be like, call them, blah, 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 and you can like explain
Give
the
you a hint.
situation. Do you know what I mean?
Can you read the question one more time? Because I feel
Who
like...
in your life leaves you feeling drained? What boundary could you set with them?
Wow, that's a really deep...
I can't remember who we were talking about, but there was someone like, I'll just say it in general. I think negative people drain you. And you can only take them in small doses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone particular, but I
so-
think you've had people that are like. Pretty
So I think, I guess this could just be kind of like an all-around question. Like, yes, obviously, source of negative people. There's no reason to bring up any
Soul-sucking.
names on something like a podcast. It's all private stuff. But as far as, I guess, how you manage that, what are just some good boundaries that you can set with people, like, who kind of affect your life in that way? Because I think that everybody has people like that in their life where it's like, I can't necessarily have a falling out with said person, but I also can't deal
Small
with
doses.
all of the everything that accompanies this person as well, for your own mental or whatever. So what are some good like boundaries that you kind of can implement?
Just say
with
no.
people? Just say no. Well, I don't think, yeah.
I've definitely had some people who, when they want to start like venting about their life in general, it's like, all right, dude, we've talked for like 3 hours and it's not one positive thing has come up. And one of the boundaries I gave to someone, I'm like, I'm going to give you, and I give a time limit of like 10, 20 minutes or whatever, where I'm like, you can vent about anything and everything, and then we're done.
You gotta let it
And
go.
then we're
And
going
we
to
have
move
get
forward.
something positive.
Right.
from it.
I was like, you can say all the hurtful stuff you want, anything mean, whatever. Even if it's about me, I'm going to give you this time frame to get it all out. The moment we're done with that, we're done. We're
Gotta
moving
move on.
Find a new show. Like,
well, also, like, you know, like harping over stuff like that, or, you know, like lingering on the thought that isn't good for you. It's just
It's destructive.
draining. It's destructive.
yeah, like there is benefits to venting, right? Like there is verbalizing pain or whatever. There's something beneficial to that, but there is also a time where it's like, okay, we're just ruining ourselves, and you're ruining my life now because it's just nothing but sadness.
Yeah.
So that's what I give people, like a time limit, especially if they're, you know, those types of people.
Then it's time to toughen up, snowflake.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it sounds selfish at face level to be like, oh, I need space, I need to say no, like I need to focus on me. It's not selfish. I mean, I guess in a way it is, but at the end of the day, it's like you're always going to disappoint someone. Someone's always going to disappoint you. But if you need to have that place to kind of like retreat to and clear your head and think about things and kind of just be away from whatever is negative that this person is bringing, sometimes having that space can give you a clarity on what it is that you need to kind of like either tell this person, or maybe that you don't necessarily need to be around them as much anymore or anything. But, you know, being in it and stuck in it all the time without any time to reflect doesn't help anything.
Yeah.
That's how I thought arguments were always supposed to go, and somehow it's never productive. Like, you know, I'd always want to be able to try to like get away and clear my head, go take a walk. Well, you can't take a walk. You know, I'll follow you in the car. I'll block you getting out of the driveway if you're taking the car. Like all this kind of stuff. And there was never any moment to like, let's calm down and like think about things rationally. And I think that a lot of people don't do that, and they just want to stay in the fight. But, you know, keeping in that negative space isn't good for you either, because you need to have that moment to calm down and be like, assess why you're feeling that way. Because if you don't explore that, you're just going to be stuck in it and just always going to be angry and, you know, not really thinking about anything clearly.
Yeah, I think you've told me this before. It's good to have your feels.
It's good to feel your feelings. If you're
It's
you're
okay.
frustrated, if you're angry, that's fine. Go feel it.
Yeah.
Right.
Without having to drag someone else into it. It's like, yes, there are people that are going to be there for you when you're feeling at your lowest, but it doesn't always have to be like put onto one person. And it's important for you to kind of like sit with those feelings and be like, why do I feel like this? Because it's not always just what someone else is doing to you. It's either your reaction to them. It's the way that you're dealing with the situation, perhaps, or maybe it is something to do with them that you can't see when you're just too angry about whatever the thing is that happened. But you're mad at the thing, not the cause. You know what I mean? But you don't have to be mad about the cause, but you have to think about why it is that you're feeling that way. Because if you don't think about it, then you're never going to not feel that way.
Right.
You're just going to be like, well, this is just how this person makes me feel. And it's like, no, they don't have to. They don't have to affect you like
So
that.
to everyone, it's okay to have those feelings.
Yes.
Live in them.
It is okay to
It
feel.
gets you stronger.
Yes.
You will survive.
We're not supposed to feel good all the time. It doesn't work.
It's not normal.
Number
Put it
2.
that way.
Number 2.
Are you going number 1 or number 2?
Currently 2.
Number 3.
We did just have kombucha.
Hey!
All right. Describe our friendship's defining moment. Get specific. Compare.
What? Compare what?
Describe our friendship's defining moment. We've really only seen each other, 4 times?
But I feel like
Physically?
we're good friends.
Okay, so
We can talk about anything, which is good because that means you trust the person, you know? That's how I feel.
yeah.
I feel like open. with
I don't
it.
know. I feel like we were chill from the minute that we were shooting.
I kind of felt like we knew each other.
Yeah, we got along really,
Right?
really well, really quick.
Yeah, it was really weird.
And it wasn't awkward.
But you know what was cool? That was one of the first shoots that you and I did together with
Like-
another photographer besides someone else that we were working with as well.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the moment that we kind of branched out as
Eye-opening.
well. And we started being like just ourselves. And we were like, oh, we can just do this
And this
everywhere.
is fun.
like,
And this is fun.
Yeah. That
We're
I think
having
that
a
was
good
like the
time.
biggest thing where
and you
like,
weren't all
we were super
nervousy. And you didn't you weren't creepy and gross.
Oh.
Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
You were very
Like when I'm
sweet. You
changing
knew-
or not, they're like, hey, I want to get
BTS
of your nipple if that's like okay or whatever. Or,
No,
like,
he was
Yeah.
literally
You know what I
like
mean? Like-
respectful, like everybody
Yeah.
don't look.
Yeah, he's like standing out there guarding the back of the car like
Yeah, and he knew downtown so well. You knew all like
Yeah.
the cool spots. Like that was an awesome shoot. I
Yeah.
love that.
No, but just like I think that first shoot, it was just like respectful, cool guy, takes good photos.
Talented.
Like, funny. It's cool.
Yeah.
Works.
Hey, that's kind of like my selling point. Like, hey, do you not want to get creeped on? Because most likely I'm not trying to do anything with
and
it.
this isn't let me tell you because I'll be honest about people, but it's not like when a nice guy is like, but I'm a nice guy, like nobody gives me a chance. Like he's actually a nice guy.
Yeah,
So he's good to shoot
hire
with.
him.
Highly recommend.
Hire
Oh,
him.
yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Plug.
Yeah, that's what's up. You're talented, you're cool, you're knowledgeable, and you're
Boom.
just pleasant.
Pleasant.
Oh.
Pleasant Josh.
Oh, I
Pleasant
appreciate that.
Joshua.
The other day, oh my gosh, it's like
I said,
Joshua, can I call you Joshua? like it's not his name.
That's my name when
And
I'm
he's-
getting in trouble.
yeah, he was like, "Am I in trouble?" Joshua. No, I like it. It fits.
Funny.
I've been
It's
told
your
that
name.
multiple times. Yeah. They're like, your name works. I'm like, oh, all right.
Cool. Are we on 2 or 3 now?
Two.
Two.
Okay. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I don't like this song.
And skip.
Whoa!
I don't like
Whoa,
it. It's
rejected.
too long.
Oh.
You know, okay. Were you comfortable having friends over growing up? Explain. What?
Was I
What kind of
comfortable having
question?
friends growing up?
No,
Like having
coming
friends over.
Oh, coming over.
Yeah, when you were little. It's a weird one too.
Sometimes, for
Sometimes
me,
you-
it depends. My dad had moods, and sometimes my friends would come over. My dad's like the super like, hey, how's everyone doing? Da 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 da, and super cool dad. And then there's times where it's like there's a weird tension in the air, and everyone feels it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, get my friends out of here.
Yeah.
Go save your-
Spare them.
Yeah,
Take me.
save.
Yeah.
I volunteer as tribute. I don't know what I did, but
Aw.
Yeah, it was the same thing. Like I wanted to have people over, but I didn't have that many people after a certain point because homeschooling and all that, whatever. But even then, it was sometimes like because my parents fought a lot, but it was very much that like that religious thing where you keep it in the house, right, and keep it together in front of other people and blah blah blah. But it's like that same thing, like cut the tension with a knife, especially it's like you're playing outside all day or something in your room and you come out for dinner and you're like,
What happened?
yep,
who died?
yep.
Who died in here?
And why is it going to be me?
And then, the mom comes out just carrying the food, just like, hello. You're like, oh, fuck. Something is amiss.
Let
Something-
us pray over this
Spidey
food.
sense tingling. Something, yeah.
And
then
our souls.
Don't even get me started, because then you get the prayer going on. And it's always praying, like, at something, like at someone or something that they did, like, passively, like...
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear Lord, that we actually have the food finally before us on the table. Like
Passive
aggressive.
And Lord, maybe please help Molly really figure out that she needs to do her chores before playing.
Yeah, or like
stuff like that.
yes.
Yeah.
Dear Lord,
I got that.
we're so thankful that Molly rescued a bird from your creation today. We're sorry that she killed it by feeding it lightning bugs. That was unfortunate, Lord. Like all that little stuff back and
Is this based on a true story?
Must be.
no,
All right.
It could be.
Uh-huh.
maybe.
Full of me.
I didn't know that you could feed them lightning bugs. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Don't do that.
Never heard of them.
They glowed going down, and then they
In
were
the
dead
bird?
in the morning. Yeah. I was a kid. I didn't know. The
How
Lord
did you
knew
get
that
these
night,
birds
though.
to eat these lightning bugs? Were they dead bugs?
No, I just put them in the terrarium. I thought I was saving them.
Oh, these are pet birds?
No.
No, but
Like, they were dying outside. Like, there wasn't, like, any nest around. They were, like, literally on the ground, Like, one of them's wing was, like, all messed up.
See,
and
listen,
everything.
you were just trying to be a good kid.
I literally was. I was so about animals. I wanted to be a vet when I was a kid. And so I was literally like, I could nurse them back to life. And then I
Eat them lightning
accidentally
bugs.
poisoned them, I guess. Like, maybe they would have died anyway. Maybe it wasn't the lightning bugs, but
Yeah, there you
thought
go.
in my mind
It
that
was
the
real
lightning bugs.
coincidence, though.
It was the only bugs I could find.
This is all I have.
I'll give you everything. Oh my god.
So I take it like the third one's like a real deep thinker.
I guess so.
All right, let's see.
Oh, when you're upset, what do you need most?
Weed. That's me.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The
Just
other,
call me.
like, you were upset, I remember,
I was
multiple
crying.
times. And
I was
usually you're
like-
crying on your way to the dispensary.
And then I get there and I go to the drive-thru and they're like, "What's wrong, miss?" I'm like, "It's just been a rough day." And they hand me the bag and I'm like, "Thank you." Then I'm smiling and
But
laughing all the way home.
at first, you had a crisis because
Yeah.
you lost your card in the
My debit
vagina
card.
of the car.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I call the
that's a
little
crisis.
slit where the seatbelt is, the car's vagina. And things go down there like vapes and...
They
Fisting.
don't always come back up. Fisting.
You also
fist.
have to fist that like
You
this
do,
too.
you have to be
can't
really
get your.
careful.
You can't really.
Yeah, no.
understood. So I
Yeah.
totally okay.
You have to learn to grip like this.
Look, it's a great callback.
Like-
yeah.
And I mean, I call Molly, you know, and I'm like in this like crisis mode, and I'm
I
like,
lost my card in my car vagina.
well, then I'm like at the drive-thru, and the guy's like,
But she was
okay,
already
here's
in
your
crisis
total.
mode.
He's like, your total is blah blah blah, and I'm like looking for my debit card, and it's missing. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, Molly, I'll call you back. Hang up, and I'm like, I pull over. I was thinking, where would it be? And I look to the sides, look in the middle, and there it is, like a shining light.
Yeah.
Ah, and I was like, okay, now I can go back and get my weed. Yay. All is well.
So what do you need?
It depends on who the person is. Like, if it's like my girlfriend or like my significant other, like if it depends on like also what type of me being upset. But like, again, like we were talking about my physical, my love language is physical touch. So like even just like a
So
nice
a blowjob.
hug. I mean, that's not going. No one's ever gonna say no. And
Oral support.
Yeah.
If your man is ever feeling down, just cheer him up with a ball tickle and a little throat massage.
A little Hummer.
Don't think
Well,
anyone. Yeah, and I don't think any guys
A
ever.
blumpkin. If he's sad and he can't get off the toilet.
I can guarantee you, if there is a guy listening, every guy's like, I mean,
Would you receive a blumpkin?
no, I don't think so. I don't.
Do
want
you
to
even
curious.
get mad
Do I get mad?
ever? I
It's
don't
ve-
see that in your
I-
demeanor.
I
don't
we
think
talked
you-
about that earlier. It's called therapy. It really helps. Anger management
No
is a
shit,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
I need to get on that.
It's great.
I just pictured him taking a really angry dump and like he's like, I need a pleasure.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't want anyone near me while I'm
Is
in the
it
bathroom.
hard to
Like,
poop
please.
with a boner?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
It's
curious.
extremely difficult.
I just want to know. Asking for a friend.
Yeah, because like
You
there's
guys,
no
these are
proper
the things
way.
that we want to know. Like,
Can you please call?
please call in. Tell us about the things
Boner
about your
poops.
body. Ask us questions about how women are. All these kind of things.
Boner
Like, we love
poops
to
are
hear
not-
from people.
Boner anything when it comes to
hard.
like using the restroom, it's
Pee?
difficult. Yeah, it's
like-
because it's like you
You're like, I
have
might
to,
as well paint the wall yellow today. Like, I don't.
and every guy will understand. Like you have to basically like lean forward and like angle yourself because there's no like where
Yeah.
Like
And
right
there's-
in your face.
and
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no way. Yeah, and there's no
Oh,
way
I
for you
didn't
to
mean to
like,
start the morning with a golden shower, but here we are.
and you can't just like force it down because that's hurt and that's mean. But like, and then it's even worse.
But you
if
really
like,
gotta go.
Yeah, but you have to go, so you have to like lean over, and, like assume.
It's just like you're getting
you
into a
have to
weird
assume-
position.
Yes, you
like,
have to
and you're just
assume-
like, all right, now if I lift my leg like this
Yep.
and just
It's almost like
lean.
a Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a water show for sure.
Palacio. Sorry,
It's
I
just a matter of trying to direct your hips to make sure that at least gets some away in the bowl. Like
Right.
yeah.
the things
cool.
that I'm glad that I don't have to deal with having a vagina.
Yeah, but we
Peeing
can
is
stand.
never really an
We can
issue.
stand and go anywhere.
I'm very jealous of
Yeah,
that.
I can
I
go.
can
You
squat and
show
go
me a
anywhere.
wall, I can pee on that.
That's okay.
Can you go the distance?
Do you know what
if
I
it's
can
like
do?
a strong
I can.
stream?
Yeah,
I can
yeah, of
sit
course.
against that wall, squat with my amazing leg strength, and just pee on the ground.
Have you ever peed your name in snow?
That's
I've never
cool.
tried.
Exactly. It is an experience.
Did you
do
write
that easily.
Joshua or just Josh?
Just Josh. But it's a great cursive.
You got like Josh you.
Like, oh, it wasn't that hard.
But it's only one part. It's only one part of the U, so it looks like an I. So it's like Joshy.
No. That's when you call one of your homies over, like, I need you to finish that for me.
Can you finish for me?
Yeah, I need a U and an A.
Swoop.
That's it.
I want a big swoop on the Y.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're on 3 now.
This isn't a question.
It's getting real.
It was literally a statement.
No, we don't need that. We don't.
Interesting. What do you think I'm growing out of? What do you think I'm growing into?
Growing out of overextending yourself and growing into more
true.
balance of your
Because
life.
you're doing that time management thing like we were talking about.
Which is
with having
great.
to balance that new job that you like with the photography.
It's part of adulting too, because you know it is something you're passionate about, and you've put a lot of years into it, and you've built a following, and I think like you're making a big brand for your photography, but you're also doing other things that pay the bills too.
Yeah.
Because art always, you know, it could be like you
It
might have a
takes
strong
time.
month in that, but then it might be a slow month. You know, you got to ride the wave, and like, and you're doing that, and you're realizing, you know.
Yeah, time management. Yeah. We were talking about it in the car, like working like 16-hour days nonstop,
wild.
and like
No, thank you.
passing out like on the couch like while I'm editing. Yeah,
That's amazing.
So I need
though.
to I need to like learn how to like. Okay, we're only gonna work 8 to 10 hours today, not like 14,
Yeah, that's
16,
a lot.
18.
Even throughout the day, it's like I gotta take little times where I take breaks here and there, or sometimes I'll post like whole days where I take days off the subscription sites, and I'm like, yeah, I'll run some promo deals in the DMs, but I'm mostly off here today because you need to take time now and then,
Even when we have like content days, we're just like,
Man, it's like I always got so much to do, but it's also like I enjoy doing it as well. And I feel like that's a little bit different too, is like my time management probably looks a lot different than yours, because it's like I don't have 2 jobs. I have like multiple little side hustles under one umbrella. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
you just gotta make sure they're all going smooth.
But yeah, time management is a huge thing to figure out. Like what do I actually need to prioritize? Because I feel like that changes sometimes day to day. You know what I mean?
And there's definitely times where it's like you have like that grind mentality where it's like there's 24 hours. I could fill all 24 with work.
No.
And not that you should, but it's like when you have that like mentality of like, it's one of those things that people who have never really had money, they understand like if I grind really hard, I can get that money or at least come close to what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, I have that mentality of like, I don't like being poor. So I'm going to work to afford, whatever life that I'm hoping to get. Right.
Yeah.
But then there's a time where it's like, hey, like your sanity is actually worth more than, the $20 that you were going to make.
For sure.
And so I think that the trying to switch off the grind mentality of like, if I work every single hour of every single day, then I'll have this thing that I thought I wanted.
It's like, while you have to put in a lot of work, you do have to make sure that you are not sacrificing your mental health, because then you're gonna, like, even if you get what it is that you want, you're gonna be miserable by the time you get there, and then you're gonna have to refigure out how that works and how you fit into whatever this new thing is that's blossomed into or whatever. And and I didn't really think that there was much value in that before. That was very much my mindset. It's everything I did was work. And I do a lot, but I manage the time a lot better. And I still make sure to now actually take time for myself, or be like, I'm not dealing with this today, or this can wait till tomorrow. And, not just realizing that it will all get done. It doesn't all have to be done now.
Right.
That's important.
And like for both of you, you both have
waiting.
significant others. So like,
yeah,
that's a whole other responsibility that you have to also take time out of to work on. So it's like if you were to grind 24 hours on work, not only are you not taking care of your mental health, but now you're also not taking care of the relationship.
Exactly.
So now something's going to fall apart. Is it going to be your mental? Is it going to be your relationship? Is it going to be work?
Or is it going to be your relationship because of your mental?
It
Yeah.
freaking happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
like
always challenges in everything.
right.
So it's got to be
Yeah,
balanced.
like money is cool, but relationships are more valuable.
Time.
Oh,
Time together.
100%.
Yeah, and if you can use your job in such a way to help support the people that you love and that you value, that's fantastic. But you have to not sacrifice their value for whatever money thing or item or whatever that you're chasing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's so empty. Yeah,
Yep.
you need to make sure to make time for people who you say matter to you.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, show it.
Show
don't
it.
talk about it.
Yeah, don't
Yes.
talk about it. Be about it.
Be about it. This one's good. I like this one.
Alright.
So, what song makes you think of me?
Best friend.
Yeah.
We play it almost every time that we do makeup.
That's
We
true.
play
My
it in
best
the
friend.
car.
She's a real bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what makes.
I was
me
going to
think
say,
of you every time.
like, yeah, because we listen to that every time we're
we get
in the-
hyped,
Whenever
right?
it comes on in the car, I think of you. Sometimes I'll text you if it's like randomly on the radio. I texted you when we were in Australia and it came on the radio and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm in the car. It came on.
Yeah, when it gets on, like when you put a playlist on Spotify and it comes on, I'm like, yeah. Molly!
Yeah, that always makes me think
Yeah,
of you.
that's an easy one for you.
Aw,
For both
I love
of you,
that.
actually. Yeah. Whenever
Cool.
I hear that, I think about our car rides.
We're always
Because we will
singing.
have a full-blown conversation, and like it's usually like we have a playlist going on. But if that comes on, the conversation has stopped, the volume has increased threefold, and then as soon as the song is done, conversation goes right back.
Yeah, and
So
Like right where we
religion.
left off.
That
It's like
is
this podcast.
some
It's
CeeLo
like,
Green.
Yes, that's right.
Baby got back.
Baby Got Back.
That
Oh,
was
that's a good
last-
one.
That was a good one.
Yep. I mean, Josh is the best DJ. Come on. We've seen your playlists.
Yeah, we jam in the car.
I'm going to
Takes
make
a
one
good
for
time.
Bali called Bollywood.
See, I told you that's gonna be great.
Genius.
It's going to be fantastic. And we are starting your campaign
Yes. So
for
get
me
ready.
to see you nude. I'm really excited.
Me too.
I'm excited for you to get the bag. I'm excited to see your bags. Chest bags,
My
your
fun
chesticles, your fun bags.
Yeah.
I'll look, but I won't touch, as they say in the songs.
She
Okay?
just runs and grabs me.
I just run like, honk!
She jumps on me. Hey, you like guacamole? Step Brothers. What? Where's Laura? She got squished.
Oh my god.
Why am I so weird?
But you are, but I love you because I am totally down with this idea and I'm loving where this is going.
Yeah.
But
Let's
I'm
do
also
it.
excited for AVN. There's so many things coming up this year. You
Get
guys,
ready.
thank you for continuing to listen,
Yes.
to share with a friend. Please be leaving submissions.
Yeah.
Stories, things you want to know, things you want to share, weird things about your body. You have questions about bodies, about relationships, love, anything. We probably give horrible advice, but you can listen to us, make jokes and talk about your situationships.
And we love
So,
all your comments on
We do
YouTube, Instagram. Thank you, everybody. Means like a lot to us.
it's
really
wonderful.
cool to interact.
Yeah,
and
we can't wait to see you guys at AVN, so I hope that some of you are able to make it out because it is going to be a party.
party with the DJ.
I'm so excited. Well, thank you, Josh, for coming. And where can they find you on socials?
I'm all over Instagram, and it's just josh.e.photography, and
Go
Yeah.
follow, hire him.
I
He's
would
very
appreciate it,
talented.
yeah.
I
very
mean, as long
talented.
as he's not super busy, he'll make time.
I'll
though.
fit you in the
time.
schedule.
He'll make time for
He'll
you.
pencil you in. He's kind of in high demand right now.
kind of a big
so
deal.
He's kind of a big deal. I don't know if you know this about Josh, but he's very tall. So
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you
Thanks,
guys
both
for
of you.
tuning in.
Appreciate it.
Be liking and subscribing. And
Buy Liquid IV.
but
Yeah.
experience better hydration today.